Well, welcome folks. It is the big reconciliation round down here at O'Sullivan's Beach, Lonsdale versus Adelaide Lutheran. My name is Tony Neal and joining me in commentary is Ned Maguire. First of all, welcome Ned.
Tony, great to be here.
And just absolutely sensational. We're looking around about 18 degrees, bathed in sunshine. The reserves 25-20 to the Lions, 2 points. So Adelaide Lutheran a big win, but I'll tell you what, more importantly is this big day down here. There is an absolutely huge crowd. Tell us a little bit, Ned, what you're looking for out of the day and perhaps the weather.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to is this ceremony. We were here down here last year for the ceremony. It was fantastic. I'm keen to see that again, absolutely, and a great game of footy, hopefully, as well. That'll be the icing on the cake. Well,
it will be, and they've won 3 this year, the Lions, and they'd be expecting, it's almost like a final down here, the atmosphere inside, outside. I'll tell you what's coming up too with these ceremonies. There's a gentleman sitting up there just to be fell over with the speaker. It's that heavy. The MC is Carl Teffler. He's going to welcome country. Isaac Hammond, wait till you experience this. Came here last year. He plays a yidaki, which is very much like a didgeridoo. This man is amazing and it sends shivers through your body. It's an absolute wonderful sensation. And all players from both teams, A grade and B grade, are going to line up. We'll also have the Honorary Katrine Hildyard, who is the Minister for Child Protection, Sport and Recreation, and the Honorary Kyam Mayer, the Minister for Aboriginal Affairs, making speeches. And of course, our great friend Anthony Bernhardt down here tossing the coin. Ned, just on that, how's the breeze and which end would you kick to if we won the toss?
Well, it's 20 kilometre an hour northerly, Tony, so it doesn't seem that much at the moment though, but it's a bit gusty, so probably to the right of screen from the commentary box down behind us, I reckon. But I don't know, it seems to be a bit swirly. I'm not too sure if I can get a read on it or not.
All right, well, you go off and check that. We'll head down to the commentary position, folks. I'll tell you what, stay seated. This is going to be absolutely sensational. The ceremony is going to go for about 15 to 20 minutes as well, and it's amazing what they do down here, so stand by for that. And then it will be game on. We'll be back after this break with the full ceremony.
G'day guys, the Simon Black Academy is all about education and sport. Our partner in education is Torrens University, where our students either do a 1-year diploma course or a 3-year Bachelor of Business. Around that we run a football and athletic program based here at Norwood Oval, and it's all about trying to develop and take our students' game to a new level. Around that also, our third pillar, besides education and football, is personal development. If you want to get involved, check out our website, which is simonblack.com.au.
Well folks, we're down here at the Banner Crew. Our friend, supporter and sponsor of Between the Posts has joined us. Welcome Jason Goods.
Thanks Tony, nice to be with you.
What can the people out there expect to buy from the Banner Crew and get looked after?
Pretty much anything that you can put your club logo on or a message from the club, whether it be like you mentioned, a marquee or a flag or an A-frame or a banner. A stubby holder, a pen, anything like that, anything that you can pop the club branding on. Everything's customisable, so basically we've got an in-house design department with 2 graphic designers that can work toward getting the message across that you're after.
We're down here at 318 to 326 St Vincent Street, Port Adelaide. Jason, thank you so much for your support. Well, welcome back, folks, and all is in readiness for the big ceremony, and we'll bring you that in a moment. Just before we do, Ned, we'll just have a little bit of a look here. It is O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale home game. Magnificent conditions out there, of course, and they are sitting, I believe, about 6 on the ladder here. Here we are. They're in 5th place on the ladder with 3 wins, 123 percentage. And Adelaide Lutheran, of course, have had, they're sitting on 12, so they've had double the amount of wins. So they're not going too bad, Adelaide Lutheran. Coming down here today, they'd be expecting a win, but I just wonder, you know, does a ceremony, does all the events of the day, maybe get Adelaide Lutheran over the line, and we might be going to the ceremony, are we? Come back to that.
Hello. Namani. Are we good today? Well, are we good? Are we Marnie High? Are we Marnie High out there? Have we had a good day today? We hope everybody is well. We hope we feel that team spirit. We hope we can have an abundance of goodwill and jolly good food. Hey, my name's Elijah. I'm an Arabana man on my mother's side. I'm a Geordie on my dad's side. He's from Newcastle, England. And we're here to celebrate the reconciliation round. The Vice President here, Anthony, has done a legendary effort. I'd also like to give a quick shout out to the sponsors as well. Katrine Hilliard, Neparendi, we've got Taika Rendi Children's Centre down the road at Beach Road. Who else have we got? We've got Primary Health Network, we've got the Kirsten Charity Trust, of course we've got Sonder, and the legendary Tom Dix, who's a plasterer, helped out, and oddly enough was coached by Anthony back in 2004. So it's wonderful how these things become circular, and in community we tend to say that you shouldn't really say anything bad about anybody because they'll hear about it. So it's great that we've got Adelaide Lutheran here as well, and if anybody has the history book on them, they'll know that the Lutherans and the Aboriginal people of South Australia and even across the whole of Australia have a really entwined, interesting history. And the reason why I wanted to note on that is because you may have a differing opinion, but the Lutherans really did help Aboriginal people in this state. They provided us a sanctuary. Without them, many more Aboriginal people would have been killed and slaughtered. It was because of those missions, because of those missionaries, they were able to provide that sanctuary. And I think as we move forward, and we're starting to see from the federal government now that we're looking strongly at how we can recognise Aboriginal people in the Australian Constitution. The Uluru Statement from the Heart talks about this voice to Parliament. And for a long time, you know, those Lutherans, they were there by our side. So we're going to ask them pretty soon, and the rest of you all, to vote to change that constitution, to change the Australian Constitution to recognise Aboriginal people and Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people having a voice to Parliament. So I just wanted to reflect on that and say, look, for a long, long time, they have been our brothers' keepers. They have been our sisters' keepers. Pretty soon when it comes to vote, hopefully you'll have, you know, that in your mind. Am I my brother's keeper? Am I my sister's keeper? And if you vote yes, then yes, you are. You are that keeper. But enough of my waffling. We've got some important people here to welcome up. So Carl Windertelfer, Senior Custodian very knowledgeable man as well. If we could welcome you up here and give us a good welcome to country.
Thank you. Actually, money no carry na ko yatana, nyanyare yatana, pananga yatana, pana poltena, panati, panati pearly nyanga. Nalo nyara yata, nalo tavla yata, nalo tavla pankara, mani yata, nalo garna yako garna, malawir mina, nalo wangan malawir wara, nalo wara taikari, nalo minya taikari nalo, taikari mo, nalo. I just said in the recovering language, which is my own language. I'm speaking Dry Forest tongue where I come from. I come before and I acknowledge before the word Ghana was introduced by a white anthropologist called Norma B. Tyndale. A little bit of truth telling. Doesn't hurt, because when we're on the field, that's what our brothers expect from us. Stand together in truth. On the ground, on the country. As you can see here, what's marked on the country here, we have our flag, yep, the Aboriginal flag. We have the other flag here in the middle, the Australian flag. And we also have the Torres Strait Islander flag. Now this year too is the 30th anniversary now of Mabo. That there, the challenge, Eddie Kwaki Mabo. Something we have to acknowledge, because the man gave up his life for his people. Because terra nullius, if you know what that means, was a, can I say, fucking lie? Yeah? Okay. And it's Latin anyway, so it doesn't come from this country. But he gave up his life for that. And from that has come all these different things that we have now, and where we are and where we're standing today. And we've had reconciliation for a while now. But now we need to go into conciliation. We need to find another space to move in now. Because we've come out of the squares, us blackfellas, because we've come from the circles originally. We've been put in the squares. Sadly, some of our people die in those squares. And your people too. You know what I'm talking about, you know? But we need to get back to the circles, all of us together. And it's good to have the representation that's here now, with Katrine being here, our leader at that level now, with our government coming back in, and I guess the commitments that are being made for all of us together, our community. So thank you for being here. And my brother here, Anthony, it takes men like yourself to provide the leadership. Because true leaders aren't worried about themselves. They're about lifting everybody up. That's why when we play this game and we have our team, it's the other brothers that pick our captains, isn't it? And that's based on respect, because they lift us all up. So I guess back to the language, back to the story here and what this means. You know, for me, it's pretty hard, because this is I guess now, my time without my mother being here. So that's pretty difficult for me, because, you know, people talk about filling shoes, and I wouldn't be able to fill a toenail, you know, when I'm thinking about her. So I acknowledge that as well, because that's a sacred balance of where we come from in our family, and just being here today. And I just wanted to just introduce young fella here who's going to share some story with this Yurika here. Young Isaac Cannon. If people don't know this young fella, he's coming up now, strong young man, stepping forward with this song, which is really, really important as well. But I just, before I do that, with that flag that's here too, the Torres Strait Islander, I've got to acknowledge Brother Eddie, who's here, Eddie Peters, and Sister too, and family too, that's here, from Torres Strait people, that's here on our country here. Yeah. So I'm your keeper, my brother. I'm your keeper, my sister. We are together here now. So I say, Yongo Yeriki Main Makyo, which is honouring and paying respect to the Yeriki, and young fellow Isaac going to share the spirit here now. Spirit of place for us all. Bah. Get it?
How good was that? Oh my gosh, can we hear it one more time for Isaac? And as well for Carl. Carl, tell for everybody. Oh, there is just something magical about that, isn't there? That's just so good. Oh my God, it's jaw-dropping. It's like, we could call him the Pied Piper of Hannam. So cool. And, oh gosh, if any parents out there had a restless kid, did you notice how they were just like, wow. You know, we need a Yiriki, we need one of these in every household. I think it's just calm them kids down. Even in Taikarendi Children's Centre too, maybe. Now, I just wanted to quickly, just before we introduce Katrine Hilliard, one of the local champions who, oh my gosh, she's just like everywhere. You must wear out so many shoes. You must keep like shoe stores in business around Adelaide. But this idea of reconciling and reconciliation, you know, what is it? And I think this is a great example of it, of people coming together, sharing, you know, whether it be food or a love for a wonderful sport, our Aussie rules. And I think too that if we can focus on what we can share as human beings, this dignity, this respect, you know, focus on things that unite us. Don't look so much at the differences, look to our commonalities, how we can build stronger communities, stronger relationships. And I think too the Lions Club has been a great example of that, and the work that Anthony does tirelessly. I think he'll sleep well tonight though. But I'm waffling again. The great champion, Katrine Hilliard.
That's very kind. That's very kind. Welcome, Elijah. Thank you very much. Can I please acknowledge that we gather together here on this beautiful day on Kaurna land, land that was always Kaurna land and always will be Kaurna land. Can I please pay our collective respects to Kaurna elders past and present, to Kaurna future leaders and to elders and people of other Aboriginal nations with us here today. In making that acknowledgement, can I please offer my gratitude and my love to you, Carl, and to your mum and to your family. For years, decades, lifetimes, your family have shared very generously wisdom and culture and helped us all to learn. Thank you for your advocacy, your fierce advocacy, for your voice. You make all of us stronger and you make our whole community stronger and more connected. Thank you so much. I think that sport is incredibly powerful in communities everywhere. It brings people together. It enables people to improve their mental, emotional, physical health and well-being. It makes people feel and do belong to a great big community family. I think also that sport enables us to get together and shift attitudes and contemplate the issues that our communities and our world confronts. That can only be realised if we decide to come together to do that. And I wanted to absolutely thank and again give my love to Anthony for your leadership in bringing us all together, by getting us together today to watch what I know will be a great game of footy, but also to connect, to talk, to be brave and to make change. We really can move together to reconciliation, but also to real action. Thank you so much to everybody who's brought us together today, especially Anthony, especially Isaac with that absolutely spine-tingling music. Thank you. Elijah, all of the players here, everybody from both of the clubs. Together we've got an opportunity today and beyond in the conversations that today inspires us to have, the actions it inspires us to take, to make a really, really big difference. I really look forward to doing that with you. Thank you so much, everybody, for bringing us together for a beautiful day. Good luck to both of the teams, and thank you so much for having me join you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Katrine, for being here. I think Chaim sends his apologies as well. He's a busy man. Can we welcome up the team captains and the umpires for the turn toss, please? Yeah, I was hoping to get some umpires. Do we have any? We have tails, it is heads. Oh, well, again, the sun is shining. We've got a nice wind to kick to. We hope you have a great game today. Play well, play with the spirit of your ancestors, be strong in what you do, be brave, and yeah, see if we can make a little change. So thank you everybody for coming out today. Shania has done an awesome job in the kitchen there. If you haven't had your Mad Deadly feeds yet, get on in there. And yeah, have a good game everybody. I hope you have a great day. And yes, let's enjoy ourselves.
And welcome back, everyone. What a magnificent ceremony, Ned. And when that young man plays that Yidaki, mate, it just absolutely goes through your body. Of course, the dignitaries, Katrine Hilliard, Kyan Mayer wasn't here, but Anthony tossing the coin. And, of course, it was won by Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale, who will be kicking to the right of screen. And as you suggested, Ned, a north wind. So they'll actually be kicking with the wind to start proceedings. Both teams just going into a warm-up as we speak. So there's a team down here to the left doing a warm-up. There's a team down here to the right doing a warm-up, and the reserves are all walking off as well.
Back to the rafters on the ground, isn't it, Tony? When I got here about an hour before the game, I nearly fell over. It was that windy. I thought this could be an interesting game. It's still windy, but it's definitely died down a little bit. So there's probably a bit in the breeze, but definitely not as much as there would have been at the start of the reserves game. It'd be interesting to see how they can manage to use that breeze that they do have. Yeah,
so if they can get the starter, because we need to thank our sponsors first of all, and Moseley Bar and Grill, Filming Footy, Sports Interactive. Who else we got there, Ned?
We've got the Simon Black Academy, the Banner Crew, and Dartfish as well. And let's have a look at the recent form. So the last 3 rounds, O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale, loss, but of course they did have a win in round 7, so they lost by 16 points, lost by 101 points, and won by 17 points. And interesting, they're better players. Trent Grosser will be one to look out for today, so he's number 26. Darren Francis, of course, is another one to look out for today, and he's number 24. The big out, Trevor Rigney, how do you see that? He's kicked 5 in round 7 and 3 in round 8. Really big goal scorer down here, Ned. Yeah, he is. It'll be interesting to see how they go inside 50 now. He seems to be a pivotal part of their forward line and their attack going forward. So we'll see whether they have a bit of a different approach or whether they have someone else take his role. We'll
it'll be interesting what they do there, because he straightens them up. Like, he's one of these guys, you get the ball down into the forward line and he'll take the grab. He's taken mark of the week just about every week. He's in the highlights and everything. He's fantastic to watch, and it will be interesting how they find an avenue to goal. The other one they've really got big raps on down here is number 11, Nicholas Wadder. Now, he was in our goal the week there a couple of weeks back. He's a real athletic young lad. What happened, he had a situation where he kicked the ball here from the wing down into the forward line, just socked along the ground, ran past the contest, got it back and kicked the miraculous goal from half-forward flank here. So he's really an excitement machine to watch. Because we go across Adelaide Lutheran, who are performing a little bit better this season. How's their form, Ned?
Well, they've had 2 wins and a loss in their last 3 games. Last round winning by 69 points.
Big win, isn't it?
Against Mawson
Lakes. It's interesting, this division.
Then they lost by 5 goals the week prior and a massive 88-point win the week before that. So it's hard to get a gauge when you just look at the stats, isn't it?
And they're scoring too. You look at their 17 goals, 16, so 33 scoring shots, 18 goals, 17, so that's 35 scoring shots. So when they are winning and scoring, they're scoring big. Some of their better players.
Yeah, so Bailey Foshier,
number 2,
Jordan Sarti as well, number 11, Justin
James. Justin, now he's an out today.
He's out,
Justin,
is he?
I think it's Sharky by the look of his name. Yeah,
so
he might be one that's missing
as well. He's been in the best their last 2 rounds, and James Zubrinic as well, who's number 9.
Yeah,
Zubrinic. So they've had a few players, especially like we were talking just then about Justin Sharkey, who's out today. He's been best on. Or in the best in their last 2 games, so he's a big out for them as well. They've both got a pretty big out. I'd
like to do a little bit of research on this Adelaide Lutheran team, because Dominic Footy, of course, played for West Torrens back in the day, before your day even, Ned, and he wore number 2 for Carlton, so I'm wondering whether he may be a relation. Zubrinic was a famous name down at Sturt, and also Nitschke is a name also that's down at Sturt. So it would be interesting to know the background on some of these young players. Of course, the coach at Adelaide Lutheran, they're very settled with Matthew Whitford, who's going along quite nicely. Coming down here, as we said, expecting a win. Just a quick one. Coach Daniel Matthews has stepped aside this week at Sullivan's Beach, Lonsdale, so wish him all the best in his future. And Ross Brokenshire is the interim coach today, so less said about that, the better, I think, at this point. We wish the coaches for today all the best. The conditions out here, remembering, Ned, not allowed to run water during the game. Now, we've got 18 degrees. That little bit of wind, you get the sun coming at you, a little bit of wind in your mouth, and you're going to dry out pretty quickly, aren't you? And
yeah. It's actually quite warm. As you have a look at the breeze going there on the flags, it is actually quite warm. So it's going to be one of those days. You're going to be pretty tired out there today, I reckon. We've had some pretty gloomy weather the last couple of weeks, and especially on Saturday Arvos, we've had some grim commentary weather, that's for sure. It's been grim football weather as well to play in. So I think, there might be a few tired, sweaty lads out there today just begging for a bit of a drink of water at some point in the quarter. So we'll see if there's
2% dehydration, you end up with a loss of skills, and also skills go out the door, and also your thinking. So it's mental fatigue as well as physical fatigue. So you can see now Adelaide Lutheran, have a look, there's a whole crate of water out there, and the boys are going hell for leather at that as they're starting to move into positions. And Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale are staying in position for a lot of the time there. So this will be interesting when they finally do break, and be interesting to know what's being said in here. The captain, of course, is number 8, Richard Hoare, who won the toss kicking to the right. And, of course, number 8 for Adelaide Lutheran is also the captain, is Corey White.
You were mentioning there just about the Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale huddle, and I walked past their rooms earlier, and their coach was Ross Brokenshire was giving them a serious rev up in there. So he's trying to get them pretty pumped up. It is a big occasion, so I'm sure that's part of the message today.
All right, so big Benjamin Knoll in there. Looks like the ruckman for Adelaide Lutheran. The umpire's actually signalling towards us for some reason. And the two big fellas in there for OSB. Darren Francis, of course, just going to the back of the pack. And I reckon the big fellas, Trent Grosser, would be the ruckman there. So this will be interesting, Ned. Up early against Benjamin Knoll. I'd say one is going to block the space for the ruck, and the other one's going to be an athlete running around. So Adelaide Lutheran to the left, OSB Lonsdale to the right. Reconciliation round. Umpire holds the ball aloft with sun glaring in his eyes, and we are underway.
So up she goes. First ball up of the day here. Beautiful little crumb there by Darren Francis. And Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale going forward first. They go backwards to go forwards, and then Riley Broadstoke goes inside 50, just over the top of Dwayne Sim, and it's going to be rushed over quite smartly there by the Adelaide Lutheran defence. They were, a few of the fans were asking for a deliberate. I haven't seen too many of those in the Adelaide Footy League. A couple of serious mullets out there as well as we have a look around.
So umpire throws it in right in that pocket. Francis pushing, but the ruckman there, he actually got pushed after he went up for that, and they come. There's a lot of players around that ball. Interesting jumper that Adelaide Lutheran have got. Looks St Kilda almost, but of course that's blue, not black. Up it goes. So there's we see the clear tap. Francis is in around the ball, bullocking there. Ball on the ground, and players come from everywhere. And I know you'll love this one, Ned. The wildebeest flock in, but there's a lot of players around that ball. Up it goes. They've got a few ruckmen by the looks of it. OSB Lonsdale. There's another tall player comes out there. Handball's over the top. Back it goes in now through Blake Colby. Just a scrambly ball. The big ruckman, he's doing a lot of work. Interesting, Ned, he's down back as well, so he obviously goes back with the play, and well done there by Blake Colby.
Yeah, they do seem to have a fair bit of size all over the ground, those Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale, and they look like they're going to utilise that a bit as the ball comes in now. Getting the first hand to it was Jordan Sardi. Free kick's been paid for illegal disposal. So going back for the first shot of the game is Darren Francis, who's been absolutely everywhere so far. With a good angle of it here. And it's a pretty good angle for him. Probably about 35 out. In he comes. Looks pretty good. Looks fantastic. Dead straight, umpire didn't have to move. And we have the first goal of the game. Let's have a look at the replay. He looked seriously comfortable over this one and never really in doubt as soon as it left the boot. Beautiful kicking technique, nice and fluent. Darren Francis, who's been very impactful so far, gets the first score on the board for Lonsdale. So it's 1-0 as we await the second bounce. So up she goes. This time getting the tap was Benjamin Knoll, the ruckman for Adelaide Lutheran. Strong tackle in there as well. We're going to have another ball up here. So up they go again. Knoll coming from behind, trying to tap it forward to his teammates' advantage, but it comes out now. It's bobbling around in there. Plenty of players over the ball, and the umpire pulls out a high free kick going the way of Andrew Wilson.
So Wilson is right in the middle of the ground. We'll get an idea on their forward entry here. Just goes straight down the ground. Numbers around the ball and hacking it out was Andrew Terry throwing afterwards. So umpires paid that down the ground. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of players around the ball. The midfield now trying to, you can just see them trying to run past. See the big ruckman here going through the middle of the ground for Adelaide Lutheran to get down back. So he's actually run past that contest. 3-1 there. A lot of O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale players out there. There's a player at the back of this pack for Adelaide Lutheran. There he is, who gets it, juggles around Jeffrey Lyons. Ball on the ground, just hacked forward. Big fella had to get down there. That was Trent Grosser. That's a long spiralling kick, but it's going to bounce fortuitously for Daniel Moose. Just runs towards the boundary line and pushed over. So ball on that far side. Big playground out there. The back of the school or something that looks like their net. So boundary umpires over that far side got their work cut out. He's going to throw it in. There are players behind the ruck tap here. I'm happy about that, and that's why, because the ball actually went over the two ruckmen and came to the back of the pack. Hacked out now. They run Lutheran. Gee, they definitely came sideways there, and that's fallen into O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale's hands. The player's got to turn around there. Couldn't get around was Dwayne Sims, so hacking around the corner, but gee, it's deep into that pocket. Up they go, and very well done there by the man with the glove. And that is number 17, who we'll find out later. Jason Dickenberg it is. So well done, Ned. Thank you for that.
So we're going to have another throw in here in this forward pocket for Lonsdale. Had the ball almost entirely in their forward half so far. Plenty of tackling, plenty of fumbling going on out there, and the umpire keeps the whistle away. A seriously risky kick there by Adelaide Lutheran. It might work out for them if they can manage to get it out in time, but they can't. And going away with it there was Lonsdale again. We're going to have another throw in here.
A lot of players around the ball, and it'd be interesting if they can keep up all day.
Yeah, there have been. There's been swarms, or as you like to say, the old migrating wildebeest. They've been absolutely everywhere. Everyone's trying to get a touch of the footy early in this game. And now Wilson is going to clear it now. Beautiful kick. Let's see what Adelaide Lutheran can do with a bit of controlled footy. Just about the first bit we've had so far in this game, almost 6.5 minutes in. Long down the line. Nicholas Sanford was there, and it's been fumbled over. We'll have a throw in now on the far side.
So players migrate down the ground as we speak, and umpire throws it in. There's a lot of noise to the left of us too, both benches. Coaches will be up and about. So around it comes the captain, Corey White, and gee, he's a lot of pressure here by O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale. They like their start. We're almost 7 minutes in. So they do come square. That's a dangerous kick, though. and umpire said no, it's actually going to come down the ground for a kick from centre wing. So there's a lot of space. Number 4 here, Riley Broadstock, pushes in. They do go sideways, so they are going to come out the back of the back line here. In it goes to number 5, and that is Clark Blake. Had out this side of ground, Blake Colby calling, but gee, elects to go just over the centre circle there. Sun's going to be in the eyes, out the back here. Late player in, comes in, gets it across. It's in the forward line again. They've been inside 50 a couple of times here, Ned.
They have. They've seemed to be a bit more dangerous so far going forward. And they've only got 1 goal to show for it, but they're definitely pressuring consistently in this game so far as they're trying to get it forward again, but Lutheran get it out, and here's Jordan Sardi. Handballs cut off by Harrison Keisler, and they go inside now. Underneath it, Lutheran couldn't hold the mark, trying to recover, but there's Lonsdale players everywhere. Can they get it out? Yes, they can. They've done pretty well there, Lutheran. Their defence is holding up pretty well. Free kick's been paid. And now Lutheran are on the wing. Let's see what they can do. They go short, and it's just going to work. Precise little kick there to Benjamin Rofelt. They go inside 50. No one can hang on to it. It's going to come to ground level now, and a free kick's been paid for a sling
tackle, yeah.
So going back for their first goal of the game, Ashley Goodall. Lutheran would be pretty happy if they can manage to be even on the scoreboard 9 minutes into this first term, if you can put this one through. And he comes now. Looks pretty good off the boot. It's fading a little bit towards the end, but it's a goal. So it's 1 goal apiece early in this game. That one going to Ashley Goodall of Adelaide Lutheran as we have a look at the replay, Tony.
Yeah, it's a nice kick there, wasn't it? Because he's really kicking into that breeze there. It did fade a little bit to the right, but they liked it, they clapped it, and the goal umpires liked it. So ball back in the middle. So just a late one, number 3, we have O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale is Jeff Gonjaran. So he's come into the forward line. So we'll keep an eye on him. Interesting on the wing here, you see Riley Broadstock sticking to the wing. His opponent has gone right to the back of this pack, directly behind this pack on his own. Up it goes. See, the athletic player, Benjamin Knoll, is going to try and jump over the top, whereas the ruckman, Trent Grosser, is just going to try and protect the space. There he does. Takes it out of the pack, and why wouldn't you? When you can get it, 2 possessions in a row. Broadstock's all on his own out here. As we mentioned, his opponent is at the back of that pack. So just starting to see a couple of little tactics. We call it Division 7 football. I don't worry about the division, Ned. I worry about, let's see some good football out there. And it is good at the moment. Grosser there. Now they're out, Adelaide Lutheran, through Jordan Sarti, one of their better players. Kicks a spearing kick in. Oh, it's bounced up. Rowan Michael, I reckon that hit him. He ran about another 3 metres. The ball followed him, and that's what you call a mark. He's a big, tall lad too. And here's an interesting one for O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale. Got one of the smaller players on the mark. Get someone taller down there.
Yeah, he's going to have a tough go of it, I reckon, if he's standing on him all day. Fair old size advantage.
Yeah. So comes in. Doesn't make the distance. Oh, big climb at the back by the Adelaide Lutheran player. Unable to take it. So let's have a look at their kick-in style here. See what happens. So I reckon it's Francis. He's got a mountain of work. He's gone back to take the kick in now. He's an on-baller. I'll tell you what, why wouldn't you have him kick? That's the centre circle there. And he's hit the players over the back of that centre circle. Adelaide Lutheran now facing the wrong way to try and get out. They do link up well. One mistake like that costs the player out here. Oh, he just couldn't quite get his feet. And that was Blake Bainbridge. Gee, just couldn't quite steady his feet. Got the nice boots, but if you're going to wear them, you may as well play well in him. But no, he was a little bit off centre. So you can see all the players through the middle here. So Francis, number 24, is a midfielder. He's actually standing in the centre of the ground now. Maybe the spare behind. They've manned him up, directing. A lot of pointing going on. Inside 50 it is. Comes in, O'Sullivan's beats Lonsdale's way. Over the top, they've got that third tall. He's followed it up, he sockers it. And that is a goal, and he's pretty happy about it. And that is Richard Watmore, number 17. And I actually looked him up this morning because I thought he might have been named after the famous guitars. That's Richie Blackmore. So I spent a bit of time doing my research on him this morning. But Richard Watmore socking it off the ground. So he gets their second. And as we said, Ned, he's standing at full forward, but he also takes the ruck down there in the forward line. So they've got a few. They've got himself. They've got Grosser in the middle, also taking the ruck. And here he is now as we speak. Gets up over it. Real ding-dong battle between the two ruckmen because they're so contrasting. Now it's out. If that bounces right, they're out here. Just handballs to no one, does Harron Kaiser. Goes back, gets his own ball on the left foot, and that is a great kick in. Dwayne Sim. So Dwayne Sim's going to have a look at this. Very fast entry out of the middle. And got it down their way. I don't know that the wind's actually doing a lot for them. It's more their good play. So Dwayne Sim, very deliberate on his run up. Geez, only takes a couple of steps, and I'll tell you what, that's over. They are celebrating outside, they're celebrating inside, and that's their third for the quarter and scoring quite freely, 13.5 minutes in there.
They sure are. They're looking pretty good. You mentioned before, as we have a look at the replay, very deliberate run up, and it's proven effective there. He's given that a fair old roost.
And that effort by Harrison Kaisler.
Absolutely.
Out of the middle there. The ball came over and he sort of handballed it out nowhere, but he went back and got his own, and he's a fast player. He's very quick, so he went back and got his own ball, and that nice left foot kick in resulted in that goal.
Yeah, he's got some wheels. So let's see what Lutheran can do here. Can they manage to get themselves into this game a bit? Here we go. Their first goal kicker, actually Goodall, breaks out of the centre, goes towards the big man, and they are going to manage to keep it in. They've done very well there. Little dribbler doesn't go the right way for them. We're right out on the far side now. Managing to get it out of there was Lonsdale, but it might be coming straight back. And that was Broadstock who got on the boot. Now we've got a boundary throw in.
He's actually playing on the wing on this side, Broadstock, but he's over where that throw in is, Ned, so they tend to lose it. This is what we talk about, that get a player behind the pack in case that boundary umpire over there is throwing that a long way as well.
So Lutheran reloading now. Who can get that big eagle? Jeez, he goes up for a leap and takes a few with him. Unfortunately, one's his teammate. Little check side. Can't go through. Cleaning up there is Blake Colby. He's been pretty lively so far. And he elects smartly to take it over in their defensive pocket. So Lutheran starting to get a bit dangerous here. Blake Colby just absolutely smashes it with the fist. Lutheran coming back again. Here's Richard Hall, the captain. And the man in the sleeves there as well, the sleeves and mullet combination, Jack Robinson. He's got it all going on. And we'll throw in again on the 50-metre arc for Lutheran. Plenty of players once again around this contest. It's not going to be easy to break out of there. And a free kick's been paid. And just about within scoring distance, you'd think.
Jeffrey.
So, Bailey Fotier. He's going to line up now. In he comes. Bit of an arc. Doesn't come off too clean off the boot. And the mark's been paid. A serious run and jump once again by the big man in Rowan Meagle. He's been very dangerous down there so far. I'm not sure they've got anyone down there to match up size-wise, so he's starting to really make a bit of an impact here. Let's see if he can put their second goal through. Here he comes.
Jesus.
Might have pulled that.
Shake that, Ned.
So it is a point in the end, but definitely no more than that. It was Bit of a scrubber off the boot. He
So
sure had the goal umpire running around.
Let's see Darren Francis. He's got to go a long way, of course, you get time on. Got to go a long way to get that ball. Just see if that last kick he did was straight down the guts, got to the middle of the ground. So they'll see what he does this time with his kick. Elects to go shorter down the ground, gives it back to Lutheran. Around that goes Jordan Sarti, and bit of pressure there. They always seem to have that link-up player. Geez, I tell you what, that's a nice kick in. He was almost running off as if he'd kicked that. So another point on the score. So Adelaide, OSB Lonsdale started quite well. And 3-1 to 3 points. 3 goals to 1 goal 3, sorry. As they come down the wing now, Sullivan's beats Lonsdale. The big ruckman puts his body in. Numbers at the ball now. Out it comes. Oh, and just a soccer off the ground, and Dwayne Sim knew. He sort of put the head up when he kicked it. So free kick here, Andrew Wilson. And he goes out to that half-forward flank, coming in. And well done, young man. Standing strong there is the Sullivan's beats Lonsdale. You'll notice he does look sideways. Oh, he's gone to screwy. Just a low penetrating kick. It's come through numbers. Just that handball hits the ground, though. It doesn't make it easy. Now they spread wide, Adelaide Lutheran, and they come wider again. They've gone about 3 metres forward, but well done by Bailey Fodia. Comes around clinically, puts it in. Oh, big courage shown there by Andrew Terry. I reckon twice he's shown courage, and there is a free kick here to the captain, Richard Horde. No, the umpire says I'll ball it up. Lots of interchanges as well. Up it comes. Nice tap down. Francis it is. Geez, he did well there. He followed that ball 3 or 4 times there to get a really good reader of the play. It's out in space. Oh, running down for the ball here. The O'Sullivan Beach Lonsdale player puts a strong tackle in. That is a great second effort. Oh, players going over left, right and centre. They're under pressure here. And well done by Hudson Cotts just to keep the ball in. But boy, oh boy, big Richard Watmore came steaming out and then ran over the ball, Ned.
Big Shane Mumford would not want to get in his way. He's a menacing looking character when he's approaching the footy like that. Lutheran are out now though. And they're on the forward half with Samuel Nitschke. He goes inside. Ending up with the ball. He goes for a shot. And he slotted it. Nicholas Sanford didn't look like it was fading from here.
Yeah, a little bit inside out, wasn't it? I think it actually went across to the right a little bit, just the angle that we're on.
He had me fooled. So, yeah, let's have a look at the replay. So, Sam Nitschke here. It's a nice kick as well.
Good recovery.
Good recovery after. It must have just snuck through. So, they've got their second on the board now. Within 3 points.
Notice Rowan Meagle came up the ground of the half-forward flank there, and then he stayed out of that contest.
Yep.
So he let Sanford have a go at that himself, one-on-one. So maybe that's a set play. And if you look at their forward line, O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale lined up across the ground, and Adelaide Lutheran are pretty much down the ground. It's almost like a letter T if you had an aerial shot. Can't get it out of here. Lonsdale now, it comes over, and that was Jeffrey Joran, gets it down now there around the corner. I'll tell you what, that could be, geez, I'll tell you what, Sim is giving them something up forward. We mentioned about Rigney not being in, and Sim and also Watmore. Watmore's giving a contest down there. They set up well. It's not going to be a long kick, I wouldn't have thought, just outside 50. Well done there by James Zubranick, just juggling that. He's looking square inside, which is dangerous. So he comes down the wing right in front of us here. Up go the big Dukes. Rowan Meagle plays on immediately down the ground, but to fresh air. Oh, well done, young man. The Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale player. For him to come out like that and attack that ball, Ned, is team lifting. So well done, young man. Not sure what the free was for, but the left footer comes down. Oh, the big ruckman sets himself. It's Crum here if they want. Can't get it. Over it goes. Oh, tackled strongly too. Good physical game, Ned, we've got on our hands here. A lot of players around the ball.
Yeah, we sure do have a physical game. And There's a few big lads out there that I would not want to be tackled by, to be perfectly honest. Lutheran coming away with it. Nice little handball chain right in front of us. And Wilson goes down the line. Meagle can't get hold of it in the air.
Oh,
Jeez, how's that for a fend off?
wow.
That's a
Clark Blake.
UFC fend off, that one. As they go back forward. A little bit of a cheeky falcon there as well. And he's been caught around the neck. So here's Jeffrey Gonjoran. He goes down the line. Jeez, that's a fair contest as well. Coming away with it sneakily is Hudson Cots. And by himself now, big Trent Grosser running into an open goal. Gazelle-like that was by Big Trent.
Well, I would say the wildebeest are coming normally, but that was Gazelle-like. But no, well done. Because it's not an easy ball, Ned. You've played the game.
Yeah.
When it's bouncing like that, it is very hard to try and get that up. And he's done a great job there. And he wouldn't mind us saying he's probably not the most agile man out there, but he did a fantastic job to pick that up. Kick around the corner, Trent Grosser. Interesting also, 4 goals, and they've all come from 4 different players, Ned, at this point. So ball in the middle, we see Nicholas Sanford's come on. He looked like he was carrying the leg there as he ran out, but he's come into the ruck and taps it forward. Can't get the second tap. And Gonjoran, it is in the middle, helped get it out. They've got a couple of little players here. Kaisler just imposing themselves on the game. So they do change the ruckman up forward. So he's dangerous there now, I reckon, Trent Grosser. Out it comes, juggling it there, the O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale player, and that's another goal. And very well manufactured by Hudson Cott. So interesting, Ned, pretty much straight out of the middle. We saw Kaisler again get involved. We saw Trent Grosser just helping that ball along there, and then getting the goal as Hudson Cott. So very well done by O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale, playing as a team.
Absolutely, and they're looking dangerous whenever they go forward. They look like they're going to score just about every time.
And just to quickly thank our sponsors, of course, Roll the Dice, Simon Black, Moseley Bar and Grill, Archie's Footwear, Dartfish, Sports Interactive, Filming Footy, The Banner Crew, and Buddy Bet.
So up she goes again. Nice tap there this time by big Richard Watmore. Lutheran coming away with it through Josiah Elms. It's at ground level now.
How many umpires are out there, Ned?
There's about 36, I reckon, and none of them are wearing green. They all got a few opinions out there, some of these boys. Coming away with it, Lutheran. They're going to get the clearance. Going forward, Marcus made it with it now. Does pretty well there. Kicks to the hot spot, but with great courage. Harrison Kaisler again.
He's a bit of everywhere, man, isn't he?
He has been. So he comes towards the commentary side. And now Darnell Miller on the back flank. Kick smothered. Puts his teammate and Kaisler under pressure, and the siren's going to sound on them, so at quarter time. Bit of a shootout. 5 goals won for OSB Lonsdale. Come out the blocks flying, and Lutheran are 2 goals, 3-15. So we're going to go to an ad break, and we'll be back for the second quarter after this.
G'day guys, the Simon Black Academy is all about education and sport. Our partner in education is Torrens University, where our students either do a 1-year diploma course or a 3-year Bachelor of Business. Around that we run a football and athletic program based here at Norwood Oval, and it's all about trying to develop and take our students' game to a new level. Around that also, our third pillar, besides education and football, is personal development. If you want to get involved, check out our website, which is simonblack.com.au.
Well folks, we're down here at the Banner Crew. Our friend, supporter and sponsor of Between the Posts has joined us. Welcome Jason Goods.
Thanks, Tony. Nice to be with you.
What can the people out there expect to buy from the Banner Crew and get looked after?
Pretty much anything that you can put your club logo on or a message from the club, whether it be, like you mentioned, a marquee or a flag or an A-frame or a banner, a stubby holder, a pen, anything like that, anything that you can pop the club branding on. Everything's customisable, so basically we've got an in-house design department with 2 graphic designers that can work toward getting the message across that you're after.
We're down here at 318 to 326 St Vincent Street, Port Adelaide. Jason, thank you so much for your support. Welcome back folks, and quarter time break as we speak, and it was interesting. I noticed at Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale with the standing coach Ross Brokenshire, interim coach, pretty much they came in and all stood in a huddle straight away. What did you see from Adelaide Lutheran, Ned? A little bit different, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, they split up into groups, and it's interesting to see the way different teams do it. There's always opposing groups now, but as you have a look at them now, he's brought them in together, and he doesn't look too happy about their first quarter efforts.
Got the ball in hand as well. That's interesting. Like he's actually showing them the ball.
That's right. Good little rev up though.
Yeah. So Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale now just breaking away. Goal scorers for O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale. We've got Hudson Cotts with 1, Dwayne Sim with 1. We've got Darren Francis with 1. We've got Trent Grosser with 1, and also Richard Watmore with 1. So 5 different goal scorers. Better players, I've had Dwayne Sim, number 12, is certainly giving something up forward. Harrison Kayser, I've liked him, number 15. He's very athletic, fast around the place. And Trent Grosser, of course, Darren Francis at times, and Trent Grosser in the ruck. And yourself, Ned?
Yeah, so for Adelaide Lutheran, Nicholas Sanford kicking that goal and going into the ruck a bit as well. Ashley Goodall likewise kicking their other goal, broke out the clearance as well, and big Rowan Meagle at times has been pretty dangerous as well, getting up high and taking a few clunks, and had a couple of shots on goal, hasn't put anything on the scoreboard yet.
All right, so big Grosser it is in the middle, up against Benjamin Knoll, and just what, it hits him on the back. Geez, look at him pushing his way through there, Grosser too. They're sort of up and about here. It's interesting. Pardon me. 6 scoring shots to 5, but they've just been more accurate with the 5 goals won. So he just takes it out of the air. He's tried to do that a couple of times. Grosser goes back in now. Can't get it. A lot of players around the ball. I see Riley Broadstock on the wing on this side again, so he might play this side of the ground for the whole day, Ned, and he's on Jack Robertson, who's got short sleeves and long sleeves on together. It's not that cold, mate. Anyway, player taking the ground, and it'll come out this way. No, it won't. Yes, it will. So that sort of a bit of indecision there. Came across to Andrew Wilson. They do rely on Andrew Wilson a fair bit. Goes about 40 metres down. Geez, almost off the back of the fingers there. Troy Mabelson. Numbers around the ball. Broadstock now. Looks like he should be racing in race 7 at Morphettville, but can play the young lad. Goes back in after that ball, so a little bit of a fumble. As we said, you're not allowed to take the water out. 2% dehydration can affect. Makeshift rucksack. Comes out Riley Broadstock's way now. Bangs on the left, that's effective. Down towards Jeffrey Congeorgian. Over it comes. Now it comes out to the other winger as we speak, and he gets it across to Andrew Wilson.
So he cuts inside now. Aggressive kick, and it's going to work for him. Running away with it. The captain in Corey White. They go inside 50 now. And Big Meagle, he's been hit up. Looks dangerous when he's on the lead. And I tell you what, he has a massive size advantage there as well. So if they can put it out in front of his big Dukes, you would reckon he's going to be pretty effective.
They've got a few tools down there too, Ned. You see the Rowenfeld down there as well with hands on hips. He's a big, tall fella. So call it through, Ned.
He's missed a couple early. Let's see if he can right those wrongs and slot this one. Looks pretty good.
It's a nice kick from 50, isn't it?
It sure was. And he's put it through for their third. So it's sort of been the story of the game so far. They're hanging around the place, but they're not looking like taking it away. But they are definitely hanging around. And like you said, they've had the same amount of scoring shots now. So maybe they've just gone down to the goal scoring end and they're going to put them on the board.
Well, like, so they haven't had it all their own way. I know Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale are really putting in a great fight, but can they sustain the intensity? That's probably the question I'd have. And you often see after a change of coach, a team will come out and win the next game. That happens quite regularly in all levels of Australian rules football. So umpire now, second ball up, but you'll see so many players. There's only a couple of players to the left of the ball here. It's going to be a lot of open space, whereas to the right, probably more. So it's going to come down this way. You'll see good little one-on-one battles here. Geez, well controlled by Sim again. I've liked his game. Pops it up in the air. That was Watmore. Couldn't get down there quick enough, so out it comes now through Kyle Slattery. Didn't quite get it where he wanted to. Broadstock, just throwing around there. Knows his way around the footy oval. Look at the numbers come in, and Broadstock, good on him. Gets back in and throws back down as well. So, like you said, like the UFC tackling. But, he's a light player, and you could understand if he wanted to just be an outsider. But he put his body in on the line and got in and had a go. Well done. And just a left-handed palm out there. And look at the beautiful conditions down there. The trees, the people on the seats out there sitting in the sun, thawing out, taking the football. Boundary umpire comes in to throw it in. We see the bench there. Chock-a-block. A lot of noise too, Ned. So a lot of coaching going on, and we'll see a second throw. And talk about commentators' curse. Normally it's a couple of ball ups. Now I'm getting boundary throw-ins in a row. So second boundary throw-in now. Just to the left of us here, probably on the half-forward flank, we'll say, for OSB. Noel puts his body in, palms that left-handed. It's anyone's ball here. Out it comes. Who can control it? Corey White does. Kicks it right down in front of us. Big pack and nice jukes there. Well done by Thomas Watts on the wing.
So Thomas Watts, he reloads and just gives that a roost back down the line. Another strong mark though. It's a bit of table tennis at the moment. It's just going back and forth. Let's see if that can change. That's an aggressive kick inside the ground. Doesn't work out for them. Darnell Miller slams it on the boot, but it's fallen into the hands of James Zabrinik. It's out on the wing now. One-on-ones everywhere. Shrugged off well by Big Sanford.
What was that, Ned? Call that. Screwy that went 3 metres.
it was something. Something, I'm not sure he found that kick in a textbook, but
he's having a good game, this lad, isn't he?
He sure is.
And bold of them to come inside, Ned, over that far side.
It is, and now they've slowed it down a little bit. Oh, how about that? Mark, take off and go inside 50. Can a mark be taken? No, it's at ground level. Lutheran are going to clean up. They've done this pretty well so far today. It's just been slammed on the boot, but it's fallen in the hands of the skipper. He goes across the ground now. Oh, geez, that could have been a collision. And Andrew Wilson just says, get out of my way, young fella. I'm coming through. But it goes back Lonsdale's way. Mark been taken, not 15. So it's back down at ground level. Bit of a scrap at the moment.
It's almost a bit rugby-like, wasn't it?
It is, yeah.
I know Sanford missed his, but then Kaiser hit his straight up and down in the air like the rugby, trying to get a little bit of ground. Up it comes now. Oh, just couldn't bang it on the left foot. There was Francis. Oh, running through there. And umpire had to shield his eyes there. Didn't quite see it. Nicholas Norman. So Adelaide Lutheran. It's been a battle between the 50s, hasn't it, Ned? They get it down. You see the odd shot, but geez, a battle between the 50-metre lines. Player just coming off here in front of us. And interesting with the kick in. The player was going to take it, put it on the ground, and he's given it back. So Darren Francis, it is now, picks the ball up, who did that mighty kick in the first quarter. The wind's actually died. Takes 2 steps. And out it comes, and up go the big Dukes of Trent Grosser. They need another one like that down the ground to take a mark. Well, they've got the numbers here. Daniel Bruce plays on, gives it across to Riley Broadstock. Can he hit a target? Over the back. If they can keep it in, they've got the runners. Across it comes 1 handball, 2 handball. Just misses that last one. And they're out of trouble here, and this is Jordan Sarti.
So he goes inside. This is a consistent theme with Lutheran. They love cutting inside off that half-back flank. They're in trouble now, though.
Bang.
Crunching tackle, and the umpire says play on. So it's been slammed inside. Another big collision. Great physical contest in this game so far. Broadstock coming into the game a little bit now. Handballs to himself. Just rushed that one a little bit, and we're going to have a ball up.
Wow, that's a good passage of play there, Ned.
Yeah.
Fast and physical, wasn't it?
Physical game so far. There's a few sore boys tonight, I reckon. As it goes up again in the centre of the ground. Noel with the hit out, but it comes away again. Henry Kaysler has been everywhere so far, and he's done everything quickly.
Look at him pushing that set play here. They're going out to that wing, Ned.
So out they go now. With the ball now is Benjamin Roenfeld. No, it isn't with him, but now it is after he cleans up. They go forward over the head of his teammate, though. Unfortunately, mark taken by Thomas Watts. And that's his second intercept.
The umpire might be... He's turning this around, I reckon. It's. I don't think they realise it might be Samford's free, I reckon.
Anyone's guess at the moment from over here. And we've got a ball up.
Umpire's pointing this way, that way. Ends up throwing up. You can see the amount of players around that ball. There'd be 20 players. They hack out now. I'll tell you what, he's having a game and a half as well, Darren Francis, as it goes out that far side and just bounces out. Gives the players just a chance to reset here because that game's really quickened up the last 5 or so minutes. So 9 minutes in, and we just see in front of us Darnell Miller's done a mountain of work, and just coming off and coming on is number 11, Nicholas Watter, one to watch. Up it goes and across, and that is Jeffrey Lyons taking the ball. Kicks down now into centre forward position. Well done by OSB, but it's one of those rugby kicks I talked about, up and down. He's played that. He's stopped as if he's marked at that player. Hasn't. They hack it forward again. Oh, the big Dukes go up. Can he get around? No, he can't. That's a great tackle. Good force by O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale in defence. Oh, that's taken the player to ground without the ball. And he will receive a free kick if he actually knows where he is. I think that may be Benjamin Roenfeld, number 10. Big bloke. Just see if it is him. Gee, that was a mess up of... O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale did so well in their defence there, and just that last tackle came undone. So, he's a left foot. That is, I think we've seen goal of the day there. That's a left foot banana or check side. And he just lined it up. He said, well, this is what I'm going to do. Turned around and kicked it. Have a look at this on the replay. Has a look. Here it is. Holds it correctly. Drops it on the boot. Probably does that 10 times at training and can't get one of them. Turns around and kicks that. And I reckon that was Benjamin Roenfeld. We'll just wait and see for him to turn around. But ball back in the middle, and that's put the cat amongst the pigeons now, Ned.
Is it what?
4-4 to 5-1. So OSB need a score.
That's right. All the scoring's going on down to the right side of the screen, and it is the way the wind is blowing today, so might be having a bit more of a factor than we thought. Lutheran first to the footy here, this time through Jordan Sarti.
Ooh!
Big collision as well. They go forward. Rowan Meagle can't keep it in, so we're going to have a throw in there. 50 metres from Lutheran's goal.
Interesting, you see Lutheran They have set up from out that side a couple of times, Ned, and all the players pointed to that side before. But they will switch the play and come this side if need be. It's an interesting tactics.
It is interesting as the ball comes in again. Meagle with a little tap over the back. And
set up the wall.
Yeah, they have set up the wall here. They've done it well. And kicking across goal. And it's going to end up in a goal. That is going to Josiah Elms.
He just came off the bench.
He's just run straight off the bench. And he's got himself a sausage roll before half time.
It's interesting. They brought off the winger, Jack Robinson off. Elms came on. He pretty much just ran down there free. No one watched him. They got the ball to him and he took off as well. Now we see Marcus Mader has come on. So a lot of changes happening rather rapidly at the moment for Adelaide Lutheran. We're 12 minutes into the second quarter. Reconciliation round, a beautiful day down here at O'Sullivan's beats Lonsdale, and they need an injection right about now to get themselves going. Noel, it is, gets the tap out. Umpire said holding, and geez, I'll tell you what, Darren Francis has racked up possessions. Here he is again. Good man to have the ball in hands of. He's looking for the lead. The lead comes. It's a long lead. Beautiful. And I'll tell you what, he's hit him as well. That was a great lead by Watmore and a great kick, and Francis will get this back. Here he is. Gets it back. Doesn't elect to go for goal. Just pops it in forward. And that is a grab to Hudson Cotts. Well done by Richard Watmore too. He did a big lead, didn't he? You see him getting back to the goal square. Led 50 metres for that, but Francis, do you think he'll run past again? He's walking back. He's walking back to the centre. He's not looking. He could have ran past for another handball there.
Well, two good kicks in a row, and they've got an opportunity for a goal here. So
in he comes. Oh, a bit flat. With just dropped the ball so flat there, and umpires paid that as a point. Kyle Slattery it is. It's going to kick in. So they will come this side now. Kicks it. Geez, high. It's a floater. Get hold of that. It's anyone's ball. Comes right down near the boundary line now. They're keeping it in play. And, manhandled there. And the umpire has said, I will ball it up. Doing a great job too, the umpires. And Josiah Elms just imposing himself on the game a little bit. He's in this pack as well. Francis takes it, goes to the knees, throws that out bowling ball style, almost bowls it out. And a little bit going on to the left of us. The two grey-haired fellas having a go at each other. That's an interesting one. Oh, look at Josiah Elms says, I'll have a go as well. Francis comes in, just stands there. Now he comes in for the tackle, puts him down and lets him know that I'm out here and I'm about to have a bit of a roll on you, son. And that he does. So the battle of the silver foxes. And look at them having a go at each other. Up it goes. No one's ball. Big pack forms. Umpire says, I'll have it here again. So a lot of players once again around the ball. There's no wingers on this side. And Boardstock on his own on the other side. A player goes down. And a second player goes down. This will be a free kick. Oh, and that's interesting. Josiah Elms. I thought the O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale player Daniel Bruce got put out. But, Elms just hooks it out here. Fortuitously, Bailey Fotia, right in front of us here. Looking down the ground, the eyes are darting. Points up. Doesn't really get hold of it. And gives it back to OSB Lonsdale. But the sun right in the eyes there. So breaking free. Big Sanford and he's had a fresh early. He has. Well, his last two kicks, Ned. One was about 30 metres up and down in the air. And the second one, he didn't hit the ball at all. So he's got to work on the kicking a little bit. Out they come. Player took it on. Taken down as he kicked that. And gives it back to
someone
Noel.
Get the mop and bucket out. Josiah Elms is having a bit of a spew after that free kick he was awarded.
Oh, no.
So, let's have a look at the footy instead because I'm not in the mood to look at that. They go back down the line. A couple of boys having a real red-hot crack at that footy.
Geez, Noel, he likes to punch a lot, doesn't he? Punch and tap.
He does, yeah. Another
so where's the puke spot? We must be near that, Ned. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Look at them all pointing. Who gets the free?
So, Adelaide Lutheran do, and they go inside again from this position. And why wouldn't you when you've got a big leading Rowan Michael? And in they go, and that's a fantastic kick as well. There's a couple of great kicks there, and he's found Marcus Mader.
He put the hand up too, wouldn't he? He wasn't going anywhere with that kick. He was going to have a shot.
And Darren Francis was also just pointing and saying, "You're going over that way, mate. You're a little bit sneaking in a little too close." He's still complaining. He's still trying to get him to go further around.
I don't know how much further he wants him to be.
Anyway, in he comes now, Marcus Mader. Umpire's happy. Wilson, Francis, not so much. Oh, he's
wasn't he happy about that too?
Inside of the post as well.
He celebrated big.
So, there's a minor score for Lutheran. In front now they are though, as we close in on time on in the second quarter.
He's got a great kick, hasn't he?
He does have a great kick, and he's found Colby there. Looking for a few options, assesses them, and just goes down the line. Plenty of big tall timber there. Getting stuck.
Yeah, he ran into a brick
stuck
wall
was
there.
Daniel Bruce. And he jumped around a little bit until the umpire said, "I'll have it." Nice fist there. It's gone to his teammate. Around the shoulder, and he's off. And he's off to the races, the captain. Goes forward. Who's there? Big Michael brings it to ground level. Needs some crummers, and we're going to have a ball up there in the forward pocket. 18 minutes gone.
So Meagle's going to take the ruck here. Towering over anyone. Francis just stands his ground, can't get near it. Third man up, haven't seen that for a long, long time. They can't get it out, OSB, so around it comes to Benjamin Roenfeld. Oh, big pack forms. Great recovery there. Can't get it out was Marcus Mader. Oh, this player, he's got lightning feet. Jeez, he's run himself back into trouble. That is a strange, strange spot to put the ball. And Jack Robinson on 50. Centres it, comes in. Oh, player over the top, Broadstock. So it's up and down. Sim can't get near it. Oh, ducking the chutney. They're out here, Lutheran. It's going to be a rush kick. Rush kick it is, and they're celebrating. They're celebrating hugely, and the goal umpire's called that a point, so it must have been touched. Sam Nitschke it was. So that speed of movement again, Ned, we've seen that just a couple of times. The game really elevates, and that was touched. So well done by the goal umpire and central umpire here. So we'll have a look now at the kick in. Francis has done a mountain of work. Oh, a bit lazy with the kick. Very lazy it was. Tells Thomas Watts just to hold your ground. They come out very wide. And 2-on-1, and well done by Jack Robinson there. Puts the tackle in. That is a great effort by Robinson. Can they get it out here? Here's the speed man. So he goes into traffic again. He's done that twice. Just his decision making hasn't been the best. He was under pressure, but that's a great kick. And that is James Zubranick with his first as well. And big goal, as someone next to us must have an ingrown toenail. They've kicked 3 goals, 1 for the quarter. Sorry, 4 goals, 1 for the quarter. 4-2 it is. So really going ahead to 1 point. So this, like you said, Ned, that end of the ground.
We've had 9 out of the 11 goals scored down that end so far in this game. So definitely... it's hard to tell from in here. It doesn't look like it's as windy as it was before. But
no, you see those trees over in the background. But a nice running goal. So up it goes. You see Richard Watmore in the ruck. So it actually goes Adelaide Lutheran's way with, you'd expect that Benjamin Knoll will get on top here. So a little bit of fun and games. The players, Knoll just wanders in there to the left. Francis is there, so he's a dangerous player if he can get hold of it. Up it goes. Well done by Watmore. Geez, he gave the team advantage and then he copped one. He's copped one in the back of the pack there, maybe the fingers, and it comes out. Well done by Riley Broadstock. Gets it down. Can they get inside 50? They're in trouble here because the ruckman's going to have to come off with a crook finger, I reckon. Oh, big pack forms. Adelaide Lutheran under pressure here. Can OSB get one? The big fella picks it up, turns it around. He's going to have to come into the ruck in a moment. So... just a ball up here. And Ruckman not too happy with that sore hand by the sound of it, Ned. So ball up at centre forward. Can OSB get one? They can't get it They can't get it in, and Lutheran can't get it out. Taken high there. Umpire didn't see it, and double tackled. It was Footy, it just came on. And a little bit slow to get up there is Blake Bainbridge. Cop one on the head. Trainer heading out. Tired players now towards the end of the quarter. Oh, this way, that way. Around they go. Oh, huge pack. Oh, and a head. Kick to the head accidentally, but nice jukes there by Marcus Mader. He's off to the races. Took a long time to handball that. Might have put a player under pressure. They get out of it. Glenn Sivia is off. He's called off. Handballs to a mate who's in trouble as well. Lonsdale can't hold the tackle. Oh. Slung now is the player, and umpire's given that as a sling tackle. A little bit of feeling going on out here, Ned.
There is a bit of feeling in this one, absolutely, and a few sore boys.
Jack Robinson's imposed himself on the game a little bit as well.
Absolutely. So they go inside 50 now. Just can't hang on, Big Meagle. But what a chase down tackle. That's going to be holding the ball. Great chase down
wasn't it?
There by Bailey Fotier by the looks, and he's going to line up.
He's having a good game, mate. He just come off, had a spell, came back on, and he's had a couple of possessions as well.
So it's a pretty good angle. Let's see if he can continue the trend of all the goals being scored down that end. Ooh. He leans back on it a bit. He doesn't make the distance, but leaning up from it is an absolute... Someone get the Benny Hill music on for that. I can't commentate it.
I reckon...
Goal umpire's gone down. Rowan Meagle has just led from the third row and taken the mark on
there. It is. Goal umpire's on the line. It's all happening. And that might have been a set play by Fadia. You'll say it is anyway. If I was Rowan Meagle, I'd be patting him on the back at half time, saying thanks for that. So we see number 5 there, Jack Robinson on the far side with the long hair, long sleeves. He's had a very good quarter. Your man, Josiah Elms, who looks a bit lighter by about a plate full of food, has come back on the wing on this side. And in the middle there, Big Trent Rosser is pretty much standing next to the umpire. I don't think he's going to take 3 steps. There he goes. And it's 0-0 again with these two ruckmen. Oh, you can't do that. Taken into the ground. And O'Sullivan's beats Lonsdale. Can they very quickly load up? 24-minute mark of the quarter. Running off the back line. Clark Blake. They're in trouble here. Trying to paddle the ball here is the O'Sullivan's beats Lonsdale player. Puts himself in trouble and the siren goes. And he's not happy about it. Letting the umpy know. And the umpire says, I'll take the ball. And big scoring quarter by Adelaide Lutheran there. 5 goals, 2 for the quarter to 1 point. O'Sullivan's beats Lonsdale. So they just couldn't keep it up, OSB. But I've been quite impressed, Ned, with the standard of football. How have you seen it?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been physical. It's been pretty fast-paced as well. They're taking the game on as well. So we're going to go to a quick ad break and we'll be back with a bit of recap.
G'day guys, the Simon Black Academy is all about education and sport. Our partner in education is Torrens University, where our students either do a 1-year diploma course or a 3-year Bachelor of Business. Around that we run a football and athletic program based here at Norwood Oval, and it's all about trying to develop and take our students' game to a new level. Around that also, our third pillar, besides education and football, is personal development. If you want to get involved, check out our website, which is simonblack.com.au.
Well, folks, we're down here at the Banner Crew. Our friend, supporter and sponsor of Between the Posts has joined us. Welcome, Jason Goods.
Thanks, Tony. Nice to be with you.
What can the people out there expect to buy from the Banner Crew and get looked after?
Pretty much anything that you can put your club logo on or a message from the club, whether it be, like you mentioned, a marquee or a flag or an A-frame or a banner, a stubby holder, a pen, anything like that, anything that you can pop the club branding on. Everything's customisable, so basically we've got an in-house design department with 2 graphic designers that can work toward getting the message across that you're after.
We're down here at 318 to 326 St Vincent Street, Port Adelaide. Jason, thank you so much for your support.
Well, welcome back everyone for the halftime break. Close game so far, 16-point margin. Adelaide Lutheran absolutely went ballistic that quarter, and they've hit the front after being behind at quarter time. Have a quick look at some of the best players, shall we, Tony? We'll go through Lutheran first. Nicholas Sandford still been pretty busy in this game. He had a good first quarter, and other than his absolute fresh airy he had before just prior to the halftime siren being blown, he's been alright. Ashley Goodall with the goal. Corey White, the captain as well, has had some good moments coming into it in that second quarter. Benjamin Roenfeld as well kicked a goal that quarter, and
it was a ripper too, wasn't it? That
it was a good goal.
There.
And also big Rowan Meagle with 2 now. He's been pretty dominant this game. No one can seem to match up on him, and when he gets those big jukes out, no one's a huge chance against.
Yeah, it's the difference, isn't it? They get it down there, and he can hold it in.
Absolutely.
If he's not taking the mark, he'll give it off in the contest, or he'll bring it to ground. The runners know that, and they were lining up from that far side that quarter, and they've got a really good system how they bring it in. Interesting at this break, you see. Both teams are still on the ground, but they're in the shade over here, Adelaide Lutheran, whereas Lonsdale are over there in the sunshine, sort of thawing out in summer heat, but it's not really that hot. But good on them, both teams staying out on the ground. A great contest. We look at O'Sullivan's beats Lonsdale, and they've got 5 separate goal scorers that we ran through at quarter time with Cott, Sim, Francis Grosser and Watmore. They're better players. Riley Broadstock, I think, has come into the game quite well. We also have Richard Hoare, number 8, the captain, doing a good job down back. Dwayne Sim wasn't so much that quarter because the ball just wasn't down the forward line. Harrison Kaiser, number 15, he's a bit of the everywhere man. Really liked him, a lot of spring in his legs, and really gets around a lot. Darren Francis, of course, number 24 as well. Really instrumental. He takes a lot of the kick-ins, so I guess we do see a lot of him there, but in around the ground, really uses the ball well and brings other players in. Trent Grosser, the ruckman at times, number 26, is also having a good game. Now, what we did, we also went and did an interview with these wonderful people from Sonder, with Shania, Caroline, and also Cynthia, and all that food that's going on up there at half-time in the Lions Den. So let's have a look at this interview we did earlier in the day. Well, here we are in the Lions Den, ladies and gentlemen, and with me today is Shania and Cynthia to my left, and to my right is Caroline, and these wonderful women are helping out. Well, it is the Lions Den. It's also, tell us a little bit more about where we are today for the elders, and also what Sonder does and what they're about, please.
Hi Tony, my name's Shania. I'm the Indigenous Health Project Officer for Sonder Closing the Gap ITC across the Adelaide region. We're here today to support the O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale Football Club as part of their reconciliation round for the year in the local club. Their reconciliation round focuses on stamping out racism in sport and across the community. So Sonder's come on board as a sponsor to support the club, support the community and bring the community together for a shared elders luncheon here today.
And it is a fantastic event. Last year we were up in the shed there, and today we are actually in the club rooms. And look at all that magnificent food that you've got spread out there. It's a fantastic layout for sure. We'll be hoeing into some of that, I'd suggest. I'm just going to come across to Cynthia. I'm fascinated by the designs that are on the shirts and also the jumpers today. Can you tell us a little bit about the design on the shirt, please?
Sure. The design is actually telling the story about Sonder itself, how it started as one office, the head office that's in Ed North, and then but as you see, it actually goes across to smaller circles, and the smaller circles actually represent all the other satellite offices and other offices that Sonder has now spread across, not just Metro Adelaide, but also in the country. So that's what we are.
Yeah, fantastic. It does tell a fantastic story there. We come across to Caroline. Now, Caroline, you're actually a nurse that helps out, and you've come along to help out again today. Tell us a little bit about what you do in your role as helping out with the nurse, because we're talking about walking the pathway with some of the people with their things that they need assistance with. Just to explain us a little bit more, please.
So I'm a registered nurse working on the ITC programme. We help Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people with complex chronic disease, so we can attend appointments with them, walk the journey, help them to get there. Transport's a huge barrier for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. We can support them with various things like education on their chronic disease, and also we do have some funding available to clients. So yeah, it's just walking that journey really and helping them to get to self-management.
And Shania, it is an amazing thing that you guys do, and you know, let's get it out there. We were discussing before about, as you said, they're walking the journey, understanding that the person isn't alone. I think that's a very important thing, isn't it? Because there's so many areas that they can get assistance with.
Absolutely. In Aboriginal health, we don't just focus on the person, we focus on them holistically, their family and the community. Yeah. So we integrate the services around them, we collaborate with other services that they may need support from, and walk alongside them to get them back to self-management, and they can manage their chronic disease themselves. But we're always there at the end of the phone to support them and talk to them and get them back on that journey. Because Sonder is not just closing the gap. Sonder is a mental health organisation. That's how they started out 26 years ago, and now we've morphed into running 2 or 3 Aboriginal programs alongside all the mental health services. We do GP and nurse and allied health providers, education, resources and support right across the Adelaide APHN footprint, because we're funded by APHN as a federal initiative, the Closing the Gap. We focus on chronic disease management for those with complex care needs, but we like to come out on days like this and sit with community, yarn and support them. We know chronic disease is a huge issue for our community, but we want to sit with them too and enjoy good healthy food, and we've prepared some beautiful native bush tucker inspired foods today.
And I think it's amazing, just going back a step, what you said there was for people, we talk about people get grants and see funding and that. Well, this is the other side of it now. To see what goes on, you spoke about events through the week as well. You come here today and help out. All the colours are here. I think it's vitally important that people see, the wider community see what does go on with these workings. Now, we are going to have a little bit of fun. I might just ask you to hold the microphone, because I believe I did have some of this last year too, by the way. It is absolutely sensational. Now, tell us what I'm about to consume here, please.
Well, we've made our signature dish for the day is kangaroo stew. So salt bush kangaroo stew is what we've prepared for the community, alongside of all these native bush tucker inspired desserts. So you're about to try kangaroo stew with rice.
All right, well, just before I do, I'd like to thank you ladies, all three of you, for doing a fantastic job here today. You can see the food that's here. The room is going to be chockers at half time. I just think it gets me emotional. It's absolutely sensational what you're doing, and I'm about to tack into the kangaroo stew.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tony.
Bit of meat. Oh, I'll come back in a minute. Absolutely sensational once again. I also understand there was a little bit of fun. There was a bit of singing in the car and poetry about the stew on the way here. I was lucky to make it.
Yeah, I was a bit worried there was cars.
So, we're back for the second half after watching Tony devour that kangaroo stew.
Was good too.
Let's get back to the real business at hand. Bit of a screwy from one of the lads out there as it's here with Broadstock. Bit of a fumble, costly. They're going to turn it over now. Lutheran with the ball. He's done well to recover and chase. That's a nice kick though by Jordan Sardi there, and the captain in Corey White slows it down a bit. Does it get over the top? Only just, not clean. And we're going to have a ball up. It's going to be holding the ball. No, it's going to be a ball up.
It'll be interesting, Ned, as you said, most of the goals have been scored to the right of screen. 16 points to O'Sullivan's beats Lonsdale at quarter time, and now 16-point lead to Adelaide Lutheran, and the ball comes back as we speak down that way, and just they seem to be running in numbers. You look at Adelaide Lutheran, but good pressure again by O'Sullivan's beats Lonsdale. It's, as we said earlier, can they sustain it? And number 11 here is Jordan Sarti, one of their better players in the last few weeks, but I'll tell you what, he's given it back to O'Sullivan's beat. It's been a bit of that game between the 50s, hasn't it? The ball goes up and down. It's going to bounce on here. A lot of players there running. Lutheran come around. So there's structures there just giving to each other. Player out the back who has time now to stop and steady. And that's a nice kick. Jeffrey Lyons gives it to Andrew Wilson. To see they've gone across that diagonal across the ground. That's why ruckman shouldn't kick net. As around the corner it comes, and geez, bouncing around. We saw what we thought was one of the best points seen on this oval earlier when Marcus kicked that other point, but he had a go at it there. So the transition from one end to the other, but you'll see Adelaide Lutheran, they just seem to be able to use their handballs better to targets, and that we are, I talk about Division 7 football, but their skill level's quite good still, as Francis is about to kick in. So let's see what happens as the quarter unfolds.
The umpire's calling a play on, and he's just going to
retreat for
another point. Taking their time, taking their sweet time to choose a good option here, and
could it happen again? Darren just couldn't find his way to sort of work his way around that player. He just said, "I'll step back." That kick, Ned.
A beautiful kick, and he's copped that. Big Grosser couldn't get there in time and decides to give him an ear massage instead for his troubles. Here's Wilson now. He looks forward. Nice kick. Good courage, though, by the Lonsdale player there, cutting it off. Sardi as well. He's really coming into this game on the boot.
Gee.
Has he kicked it? He has kicked it.
That came around, didn't it, Ned? It didn't spin like a normal drop punt.
There's another goal for Roenfeld as the
both his goals have been spectacular.
Umpire had a bit of a sense for the dramatic, just leaving us all as we have a look at the replay.
Looks like it goes left. It looked like it was going for a point, and then look at it come back.
Finds its way through.
Captain of O'Sullivan's beats Lonsdale gave it a point.
The umpire was shaking his head. I'm not sure if he could actually believe it either, but it's a rare goal to the left of our screen, and it's gone Lutheran's way. So they're starting to not kick away, but it's probably the biggest margin we've had
just
all
opening
day
up,
now.
isn't it? Yeah. You know, that 22 points round it comes, 23, 24. Sarti it is again. Gee, he's really starting to get into it here. Now under pressure again. Marcus Mader will get on that left foot pretty quickly. Doesn't. He gives it back. Ashley Goodall. And have a look at the kick. Straight in and, well, they got the two big talls up there. They've got Sanford and, of course, Rowan Meagle. And Meagle, it is very deliberate. Look, he's kicked 2, but he's probably had 4 or 5 shots. As we alluded to earlier, he also brings the ball to ground, does a good job. So, very deliberate with the kick. He'll probably kick from 40 into a... There's not even a breeze there now. So in he comes very straight and, you know, you got one team really pushing for finals and want to play well in finals, Adelaide Lutheran, and one just teetering on the edge, which is OSB Lonsdale. So and we start to see now, Ned, as the players come back, they all now walk back to position, whereas in the first quarter they're up and about, the fitness was there, and we've alluded to that. So we might see this game change a little bit, and can the fitness of Adelaide Lutheran carry them over the line here as they just get that little bit more ahead?
Well, that was one thing I was absolutely going to say is they look to have more energy in this second half so far, and it's given them a couple of quick goals. Lonsdale, however, trying to get it back down their way. It's been cut off though. Lutheran now loading up. Are they going to go inside? No, they're going to elect to go down the line. Long down the line here. Good contest. There's plenty of players over the top of it, and it's going to be a ball up, Tony.
And it's a little bit of that, Ned, isn't it? You know, do you go down the line and just let weight of numbers maybe force the ball out? Because Adelaide Lutheran have been good in their clearances, and they seem to get the runners around the ball. You see Wilson off the back of the pack here as well.
So it goes up again. Lonsdale players out the back, but it's gone to Lutheran. Free kick paid.
Lonsdale.
It's gone to Lonsdale, sorry. And they take it on. They're trying to move it quick. Kick to no one in particular. Darnell Miller does pretty well. Gets it on the boot. But it's a mark taken there by Cody Yench. And they seem to have a player set up every time for that kick to cut it off.
They're really looking too. When they take the ball, they don't just play on. You'll see now they load up. Very deliberate with their kicking. This is trouble though. The ruckman's got it because he handballs off. So they're going to come diagonally across the ground this way, whereas we saw O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale go across the ground the other way earlier. So here it is now. They're right out near the boundary. Mader it is, comes around on his left, puts it in high. And why wouldn't you when you've got the big tall players up there? Pushed out of it now, around the corner, and there's a quick snap through Ashley Goodall. And there's another goal on the board. So he's got his second as well. So 2 goal scorers, Goodall, Rowanfeld, and 3 to Rowan Meagle. And they're starting to push away now, Ned. They've kicked 3-2 for the quarter, and O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale still stuck on 5-2. They've only kicked the 1 point since quarter time. So, you know, a team starts to get that sniff. They get the ascendancy. They're talking in the middle there. Just looking there at number 27 for Lutheran. Reckon it's Glenn Sivia there. So he's right by himself at the back of this pack. And his opponent is Harrison Kaiser the other side, who now gets that. And that's the advantage of playing free off the back of the pack. So they come out wide towards the wing here, half forward flank. Smothered kick there. They have got a sniff here, Lutheran. O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale want to, just player just slipping there and taken high. So bit unfortunate. He was chicken winged. He slipped. Andrew Terry it is. Going back. A little bit of movement in the forward line. It's just going to be that high and long kick. But this is the trouble without Rigney down there. So Lutheran, gee, he really waited for that player. And it was holding the ball. He stood and waited. A little bit of spite sneaking in, which isn't clever. And this is Hudson Cotts. Had his moments today. He's from 50. Says, I'm not going to kick it. Very neat looking kick, but yeah, just they haven't got the tall timber down there, so it's going to play in Adelaide Lutheran's favour, and you can see a lot of the numbers down there, Ned. They hold it up. Can they clear it out, or can maybe OSB get a goal?
exactly what I was going to say. Numbers at every contest for Lutheran at the moment. They get a clearance here. It's been touched, I believe. It's somehow found its way into the middle of the 50. Another kick around the corner, back into the hot spot. Oh! Level, and he's slotted it.
Big Francis.
Big Darren Francis. Absolute silk down there.
Jeez, Ned, you are... you're putting the icing on the cake with that one. Here it is here. Good shrug, but it was that bomb in, wasn't it? But Francis roved it straight off the packs.
Center.
Oh, that is silk, mate. Beautiful, eh?
Oh, dear.
Can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear, but I'll tell you what, he's done well there. Good lad. So back in the middle.
It keeps them alive here. They've got to keep hanging on, slowly find their way back into this and keep it alive in this second half. They get it down there again. Tackled immediately. Umpire says, give it to me, give it to me. Got a ball up here, about 50 out.
Just come charging in, didn't he?
Noel came charging in. Here he is again. The Silk Man, front and centre. He loves a little front and centre. Oh, geez, cop that. How about we've had a few shirt fronts today. Just
quite willing, isn't it?
Very willing. Great physical contest here as the ball goes up again. A little closer now to Lonsdale's goal. They're starting to sling tackle.
Yeah, slim sing. No, sling sim. That's what happened. Work with us, Ned. Come on. It was a sling to sim. He's been good up forward. I haven't minded him. He just gives them something, doesn't he? He doesn't get a lot of possessions, but when he is in and around it, very deliberate. Call it through if you can stop giggling, Ned.
In he comes.
Oh, and call through there.
Well, yeah, that requires no commentary. That's going to be. Is that a minor score? That's all I've got. We've got a minor score out of it.
Pretty wide though, didn't it?
I thought there was no score, but we've got a minor score. So let's see what Lutheran can do now. They're going to go wide. Short option there is Glenn
Sivio, I reckon. Yeah.
And he goes
nice kick too.
Now let's see whether they choose to go inside. Normally, when they're on their defensive arc, they have a look. They go down the line this time. Mark nearly held on to. Lonsdale just slammed on the boot, and once again there's players there for Lutheran cleaning it up. They go back down the line again. They got Tall Timber down there. 1-on-1 contest. Mark's been taken, but the push prior to that's been paid against Sanford. So Lonsdale are going to get it back here. Let's see if they can string a few kicks together. He elects to roost it down the line. And
courage.
Just over the top of all of his teammates and just kicked it as far as he could. It wasn't really the set play there, but they're going to have another crack. They're absolutely cracking in and giving themselves a serious chance here. I thought he was centering that to the top of the square and he slotted it.
Blake Bainbridge. Have a look at him celebrating too, and just while that happened too, the Adelaide Lutheran player was injured. Player down by the goals, which allowed her to get the water bottle. So here it is here, Ned. You'll see the ball come over.
I thought he was kicking to the top of the square.
One step, he probably did too.
He's put it through all the way, and now they're back within 21 points. This game is seesawing. The momentum just one side to the other.
Swing. So we did say that was the scoring end down that side, although Lutheran have kicked 3 for the quarter. But can it be O'Sullivan's beats Lonsdale now 12 and a half minutes in? Can they get another one? But comes forward here, Lutheran. But ball on the ground. This is Mater getting around. He is a left-footed. Just a nice long handball, but really hits the ground. Fodia waited for the player to come in on him and tackled him and bought the ground, but does hold it in. So the umpire, you'll notice now, not as many players in around that ball. They're just gravitating towards it now. The wildebeests have gone down to a walk. And a lot of players around this ball. So Francis, it'll be, just stands, token tap there. But Sanford, and it comes forward, down on the knees. They come the boundary side. The only trouble with that is you can get caught near the boundary. But nice centering kick. Great courage shown. twice now by Corey White,
Oof.
the captain, but puts his teammate in trouble. That actually was Jeffrey Lyons who gave that ball back. Look, there's a lot of O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale players there, but they're all on their hands and knees, and so Jeffrey Lyons it is. He plays on quickly now, so fast movement. The left footer placed, goes over the top, just placed on the boot. Lonsdale now come through. 1, 2, 3 players standing still. Now he's got the skates on. Harrison Kayser. Oh, courage shown again. It's on the ground. Can they get it around? They get it forward.
Oh,
they're calling touched, but I believe that's a goal, and that is Sim, the one we were talking about. Live wire up forward, and nice goal. And I'll tell you who else was in that was Jeffrey Gonjoran. So you see it here. They went after it, just out the back, on the left foot, and that just bounces and bounces and bounces and goes forward. And could this be, Ned, the little mini comeback from them? They needed that one.
Absolutely.
Hugely so.
Was that 3 or 4 on the trot now for them? I think it might be 3.
3, yep.
3 on the trot. So, like I was saying before, these momentum swings have brought Lonsdale back into this game, and it's back to the same margin we had at half time now. Maybe 1 point either side. But
yeah.
15 minutes into this third term, it's still anyone's game. And for a minute we were worried that that wasn't going to be the case. Lutheran with the clearance. Good mark, and he takes off. Fend off. Look out, there's chasers.
That's great
he
play.
Does absolutely
great play.
exceptionally well does Thomas Watts there. And he goes to Daniel Bruce.
Like this player again, Kayser.
He goes forward short to Kayser. Loves to run, but he's been held up this time. They're going to go inside. He is. There's plenty of tall Lutheran players there and none for Lonsdale. That was Jeffrey Lyons who took that. He's having a great quarter.
Good pressure.
And now they're out through the middle here. Marcus Mader having a good quarter as well. Let's see what he can do. There's a couple of lads up there, big lads, saying put it on my head. A little flat for him. Lonsdale, can they clean it up? It's a risky handball there, and Lutheran are going to make him pay. They're going to make him pay for it. Meagle, about 15 out directly in front. Probably harder to miss this one than harder to miss it than kick it.
Put the moz on him, Ned.
Well,
missed a couple down the other end.
Don't say that.
Go on, Ned.
Come on, here we go. In he comes. Put it through for my sake, Rowan. He does. He does. And that's his 4th. He could just about have 6, I reckon. But
correct.
He's been fantastic. So we have another look. So Lutheran
gives him that buffer now.
Yeah, it does. It's a good kick to find him there at the top of the square as well. So they've got one that they would probably didn't need, but it's going to help them get themselves back into a bit more of a comfortable position going into time on here.
Well, they've kicked 4 for the quarter to 3-1.
So let's see what Lonsdale can do with this clearance. That is a massive roost. A bit of a spiral. It's gone over the top of everyone.
They don't make it easy for Grosser putting it to his feet, but he gets it back. Sim it is. Snaps around again, Sim, and the umpire says, hi, Mum. No, it's out on the full. So, just when they go well, don't they? They execute quick movement, get it down to Sim, and I'll tell you what, he keeps you on your toes as a backman. He's having shots there. Probably get, I'll tell you, I've liked this quarter. Jeffrey Lyons been very good for Lutheran as well. That'd be a great matchup, but it's over the far side now. Left footer now with the glove. There's a throwback, comes in. They've got numbers around the ball, and that's Jack Robinson. Just gets it up in the air. So, hack out of the air by Watmore. Doesn't matter. Kayser bangs it forward with a screwy as well. Player run into it, drops it. It's on the ground. They're under pressure here, though. Lutheran. Gee, that player, Daniel Bruce, good courage. He had his eyes on it. He could see it coming in from a hack kick forward. But have a look at the numbers now. A lot of players around this ball. We've seen a couple of goals this quarter, though, and he's got the same number as the big bloke from Geelong, but couldn't quite do the same job. Thought he was Hawkins there for a moment.
Still distracted by that fresh area off the deck by big Richard
Watmore.
Richard Watmore.
So they've come out. Sun is his eyes. Is in his eyes. So a lot of pressure on the kicker of the ball as it comes in and working their way to the front. Lonsdale, they get it back in again. Another inside 50. Darnell Miller puts it up. Look at the numbers around there. He's claimed the mark there as Jeffrey Lyons. And the umpire said, no, I'll adjudicate that. Lyons not happy but gives it back. Had a good quarter down there, but they are under pressure. They're coming again. Francis is at the back of this, but Noel hits it out forward that way. And there's a free kick again. So I'll tell you what, they're having a good quarter here, O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale. The second half of the quarter, I should say. Just coming back, long way out. This may be Daniel Bruce, but I apologise if it's not, because with his back to us, it could also be Hudson Cotts. So very deliberate with his kick, but he's going to kick from 50. Holds it very flat. That's a great kick.
He's got it.
I'll tell you how great it is. That's a goal. So we'll just wait for that player. He was very confident. He said something to the player there. He turned and said something to his opponent. Might have been just the finger up to the mouth there. So we'll just have a look here. Nice kick in. And I'm just waiting for him to turn around eventually for us. Got hold of it, kicked it up. And that is Hudson Cotts with his second. So, like you said, Ned, they're keeping themselves in the game. They've kicked 4-1 for the quarter, and up it goes in the middle. Noel not really getting his own way in the ruck there now, and well done by Kaiser again, but gives it back to the opposition, streaming through Nicholas Norman, but doesn't matter because they're out again here, OSB, but they've got no one down around the ball. Had to wait for it, that player, and great tackle by Riley Broadstock. In it is, just a push in the back there. Umpire lets it go. Tell you what, she's willing there, Ned.
It sure is. Lonsdale, the crowd's trying to get them back into it, and they've done so. And now there's definitely a bit of feeling out there. How about the leap there from Noel Struth?
Kaysler again.
Kaysler
Look at him
again.
go.
And he just couldn't finish off the kick. Darnell Miller cleans it up, goes inside 50. Oh, over the hands. He's paid a throw, has he?
Can't argue with the umpire. Courageous kick there, Ned.
It sure is. Goes inside. Who's there to clean it up? Sim. Just can't get the kick away as far as he wished. But on the boot, and another one for Hudson Cotts. And it's another one for OSB Lonsdale. 9-point margin now and time on in the third, Tony.
They've kicked 5 for the quarter, 5-1, and that's a healthy score. So they go to 10 goals 4 to 11 goals 6. So what is it, 8 points? 9, what have we got there?
Now.
11.
9-point margin.
9.
11. 9.
We're having fun because we've got 2 different scoreboards. So we've got 10 goals 4 on the official scoreboard to 11-6. Which really is 8 points. So let's have a look at that and we'll see what we can correct. As umpire throws that ball up, Noel doesn't get his own way. I'll tell you who does is Richard Watmore. We're into junk time here. This player has really set them alight. He's going to get it back. Kaysler really liked his game. Driving kick inside 50 again. It's on the ground. Can they get it out here? They can't. Lutheran. Francis, blind turn. Oh, you are kidding me. That is a sensational goal. They will not want the siren to go this quarter.
You don't
because
mind.
Francis there, have a look at this. Kick came in from Kaysler. Up it goes. Thought they might have got out. It hits the ground. Francis, blind turn onto the boot. And that is a sausage roll. Points to the sky and says, thank you very much. And well done as we are 23 minutes into the quarter with 2 points on the scoreboard. And well done, young man. Young Darnell Miller running past us. Well done, lad. Really good quarter there. And up it goes again. So nice hit down by Richard Watmore. Noel it is. The ruckman getting it on his boot. Riley Broadstock just a little bit tired or fatigued, but they're putting their body in. They can get a sniff, O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale. They're putting their body over the ball. And they have absolutely held up Lutheran. The first half of the quarter was all Lutheran. Lonsdale came back and they've held them up enough to get within 2 points. So ball bobbling around. Can they get a late one here? Lutheran playing in front's the way to go. Player 2-on-1 tries to bump his way through. The numbers come. Great tackle by Lonsdale there. Just a little soccer out. That was a nice little soccer. I reckon he meant that to get to his opponent. Oh, player down now. And, don't tell us too.
I think it is.
It's Harrison Kaiser, who's had a mighty game. He's up on his knees, but not moving too well. And I think this may be the captain, is it? Corey White with the ball in hand. As Kaiser just tries to get himself to his feet. And not real well. Troy Mabelson, it is waiting to come on. Geez, I hope Kaiser can get up and running. He's had a mighty game. So, the kick comes in. Geez, that ball didn't spin very well at all. And well done by Thomas Watts. Probably a time to hold it up, I'd suggest, Ned, but doesn't do so. Elects to come out. Can they get around the corner? Boundary is the call from the coach's box. Oh, just wriggled and arched the back there was James Zubranick. But the kick goes very wide and Marcus Mader just punches that ball. Interesting there, Zubranick. He sort of bet himself in half like one of those snakes we got here in the box. Anyway, Big Sanford waiting to come on as the ball comes in. Tap comes out there wide, but Mader is a left footer. And you can see that by the kick, but very wide and close to the siren time. Well done there. Harrison Kaiser just limping off. So free kick here. Relieve the pressure. Patrick Ween with ball in hand. Left footer as well. Just pops it up high. Cavalry coming. I'll tell you what, it goes over the back. They load up again through Corey White. High kick in. Great defence. 3 numbers there. Failure it is. Gets it across. Player come down from the back line. I reckon that might be Lyons. He's kicked that ball the wrong way. And they're out here. We haven't got a number 1 on our sheet, so we'll have to find out who that is. That's a great kick, though. Yeah, it took a bit of courage to stand under that, did Sim. And Corey White it is. Couldn't get the boot the ball. They're out here through the numbers. Just not the best kick. They're going to raffle it here. As man in a beautiful grey hoodie in front of camera. They come in too with the numbers, don't they? I'll tell you what, taking the ground. If they get out of this, they've done very well there, Lutheran. And come inside as well. Oh, well done by Sim. Come right down the ground. He's put a tackle on when the player hasn't got the ball. So Josiah Elms will take the kick. It's going to be a long quarter too, 27 minutes. With 9 goals, 10 goals scored. Oh, geez, Josiah Elms. Joey was the call. It goes deep into that pocket. It's not out. Play on.
Oh, he hasn't as well.
Into the teeth of goal. And they can't get boot the ball. They can. And Benjamin Rowenfeld, no, it's been touched. Wow. Bold call by the umpire. He's the one that's down there. So they get a point. And looking a little bit tired is Darren Francis. Kicks off, player taken in the back, the 2 number 2s, and Bailey Fodia. Had a few possessions. Pretty good game, Ned.
The guys had a pretty good game, and
so if you can hear that, that's 20 seconds, I'd say, left to go. And guess who gets it?
Big Rowan Meagle was going to have the last say in this third term. So this would be to extend it to a 10-point margin going into 3/4 time. So we hear the siren sound. And this would be for a handful for the big fella himself.
I've heard that for a while.
In he comes. Looks all right. Just hanging out to the far side. So 5-point margin at 3/4 time. What a great contest we got on our hands.
You are
going
correct,
into
Ned.
this
And
last.
interesting there, your great big streak of Pelican. We won't say what the last word was as he ran in, but guess who it was calling it? Was the opposition ruckman, who is also a great big streak of it. So we'll take a short break, and I'll tell you what, we'll come up with a really quick wrap and get ready for this last quarter, mate. What a ripper it's going to be.
G'day guys, the Simon Black Academy is all about education and sport. Our partner in education is Torrens University, where our students either do a 1-year diploma course or a 3-year Bachelor of Business. Around that we run a football and athletic program based here at Norwood Oval, and it's all about trying to develop and take our students' game to a new level. Around that also, our third pillar, besides education and football, is personal development. If you want to get involved, check out our website, which is simonblack.com.au.
Well, folks, we're down here at the Banner Crew. Our friend, supporter and sponsor of Between the Posts has joined us. Welcome, Jason Goods.
Thanks, Tony. Nice to be with you.
What can the people out there expect to buy from the Banner Crew and get looked after?
Pretty much anything that you can put your club logo on, or a message from the club, whether it be like you mentioned, a marquee or a flag or an A-frame or a banner, a stubby holder, a pen, anything like that, anything that you can pop the club branding on. Everything's customisable, so basically we've got an in-house design department with 2 graphic designers that can work toward getting the message across that you're after.
We're down here at 318 to 326 St Vincent Street, Port Adelaide. Jason, thank you so much for your support. And welcome back, and I'll tell you what, Anthony Bernhardt's up and about. He's just come back. What do you reckon, Anthony? Do you think they can come back?
I reckon it's a pretty close contest, and I reckon that we will. Obviously, we got the win this quarter, I believe. Yeah, I think it's done and dusted.
So, mate, we saw that quarter, and came out, you kicked 1 point in the second quarter, kicked 6 goals for that quarter, 6 goals too, and the scoring end down to the, obviously to the right end of the ground most of this game. Is that normally the scoring end down on this ground, or do you think they're sort of kicking downhill this quarter, aren't they, your team? So,
yeah.
OSB Lonsdale, do you reckon they can hang on now and
let's hope so. I mean, I find over the course of this year, a lot of their scoring's been in the southern end.
Yep.
It has. So I don't know whether it's the breeze, the way it blows down here, or what it is, but I think it's a crowd too. That the southern end is closer to the club rooms and the past players' days, so they get a lot more support, I suppose, and cheering. And so every time they got the ball down the south end of the oval, there's always a lot more going on. So, and
just on finishing, no Trevor Rigney today.
No.
So they've had to manufacture a way to goal, and Darren Francis has kicked 3 and he did the big blind turn down there. That would have turned everyone on down in the club rooms there, and Hudson Cott's chimed in with 3 as well, so they're finding other ways to goal.
That's right. They're sharing it around, and I think that's what's good about with Francis is he's always backing up, and always prompting others to be part of that mixture as well. So it's good to see the whole thing sharing around a bit. So
all right, Anthony, we'll let you go and enjoy the last quarter, mate, and hopefully you get up for a win. And thanks for joining us in that break.
Thanks,
fantastic,
Tony.
mate.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, so we're set for the last quarter, Ned. We'll cover off in a moment some of the better players and goal scorers, but you'll lead us in, mate. And your tip from here, Ned?
Oh, boy, thanks for putting me on the spot. Oh, going for the home team, OSB Lonsdale. I reckon they're going to bring home the chockies as we go into the last quarter. 1 goal the difference. And Lonsdale, they're going to get the first clearance, but strongly tackled. Good sign to see Harrison Kaysler back out there.
Yeah.
That's
a good player.
That's what we wanted to see, that's for sure. Keep that run going for OSB Lonsdale. Ball trickling out. Broadstock just slams it on the boot. Here's Kaysler again. Goes up high. Can't hang on. That's a strong tackle. No prior, says the umpire. So we're going to have a ball up here just to the right of our commentary box. Players forming around the stoppage. Big Grosser with the old backhand. Keeping in there well was Colby. And it goes down the line. One-on-ones here. Lutheran first to it at ground level. And it's going to be another ball up.
And you really got to keep your heads. This is a great standard for Division 7. Fantastic. Ball goes up. We'll come back with that. He's done that a few times. Didn't really get it that far, Grosser. And having a really good game down back, Jeffrey Lyons. But umpire says mustn't have been the distance. So I think I saw Trent Grosser run in there. So he's going to protect the space, which he does. Puts it to the team advantage. Coming out OSB Lonsdale, it's anyone's ball, but courage needed, and Andrew Terry it was, gets it down, line's taken high, so he does now get that free, and it'll have to be taken back. This is where it'll be interesting. Will they go out that far side, which they did in the second quarter? He's looking towards the middle of the ground. He's still looking, but now he's saying, I want to kick it down, just down the wing, which he does, which gives it an opportunity to O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale. Couldn't take it, so ball goes forward. Doesn't go forward that far. Big tackle again, but going by the umpires today, they have been very good, Ned, and consistent, and that will be another ball up.
They've been very consistent, which is all you can ask for from the umpires in a game of footy. This game, momentum-wise, has been anything but consistent. It's gone either way, back and forth the whole game, and it's still close in the last term. Has he run that out? He's kept it in. A little bit of a dribbler forward. Cut off by Lutheran. And intercepted on the last line. Lonsdale with the footy. They go forward to a one-on-one. Spoiled well over the back by Nicholas Norman there. And the ball's going to trickle out.
This is a great game. I tell you what, he's ringing that. He's run up and touched his other teammate with his left hand. His right hand, he's actually clenching and wringing his hand out. So ball comes back in, Ned.
So it comes back in indeed. Doing well there to get it out of the area, Lonsdale, and it falls into the hands of Andrew Terry. He hands off to our man, Kaysler. He goes long down the line. Sim can't hang on. He has another crack, though. Gets it at ground level.
Tight, isn't it?
And he's done well there to get his team a ball up, So up she goes. Bainbridge doing a bit of work in the ruck, maybe a bit of third man up. Colby had a chunk of his Guernsey held on to.
He's had a good game too, Ned. I haven't minded his game.
He has been good. So now he goes short. Marking it just in front of the line.
Bit of cramp there.
Pulling up a bit
Blake
sore.
Bainbridge.
Blake Bainbridge. Bit of cramp right in front of us. Good thing we haven't got a mic on the front of the van.
No.
Oh, yes. Oh, put it through.
Isn't he happy? Richard Watmore. Have a look at him. Get around him, Ned.
He's still going.
That's how you kick him.
What a goal. And have another look at it.
That's amazing. Good on him.
That mullet just glistening in the
Here he goes.
O'Sullivan's beach sun. Oh, yeah. Victory lap.
How's the celebration? If that had bounced back in play, it wouldn't have made it.
Reminded me of that swimming coach at the Olympics just going absolutely off his chops in the...
Wow, we have a draw.
Arena. We do have a draw. 76 apiece.
This is what we came for. 5 minutes in. So up it goes. They've brought Sanford into the ruck. He does tap it forward, but they're running well. I'll tell you what, this guy for me, BOG, but of course there'll be a special medal at the end of the ground. Look at this. He just ran. He kicked that ball out, gave it to his teammate, and then got it back. He's come up from just about an amputation in the last quarter. That's how good he's going. And this one as well, Darren Francis is having a great game. So there's a couple of really good players, influential, that are getting the ball in hands. Too much space out here, and Nicholas Water it is on that half-forward flank. Just kicks in, just a bit of an up-and-down kick, but they're competing. That's all you got to ask for, Ned, is just compete, and anything can happen as, what are we, 6 minutes in, 76 points each on a magnificent day for football down here at Reconciliation Round. And we say the football almost takes a back seat, but what a great game it is on such a fantastic day. Out they come.
Out they come, but a whistle's been blown. And
Footy is free.
Yeah, they're still going to get the footy here, Lutheran, but the game's going to be slowed down a bit because of that whistle that was blown. So gives OSB Lonsdale time to set up, so he has to just go long down the line to a contest. Two O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale boys go up. Neither can hold on to the mark, and now it's back down at ground level. Big Andrew Terry, just like a bull in that pack. Didn't come away with it, but he made sure that Lutheran didn't either, and we've got another ball up here right on the outer wing. Bainbridge comes off the ground, and goal scorer in Hudson Cotts comes back on. We've got another free here going the way of Lutheran. Going to Footy here again. Players free in the middle. He elects to go long down the line. Who's there for him? Big Rowan Meagle. Of course he's there. And he just points.
Fair way out, Ned, though. He's
about
50 out, but this is the goal scoring end.
And he just points at the goals and says, boys, I've got 4.
Leave it to me, you reckon?
How many goals have you kicked, boys?
Oh,
so in he comes. Can he make it 5 and make it a 1-goal margin? Huge kick here. I don't think it's got the distance. Oh, it's been marked on the line.
Very deliberate.
Marked on the line. There's a few questions being asked by the O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale boys. So big Benjamin Noel. A big kick for him. Bit of an awkward little angle, awkward little distance. Still got to kick through the footy from here.
Ruckman.
Can he put it through? Oh, he's put it through.
I've never seen a player do the splits when they kick the ball like that, Ned. But good on him, it's effective. Have a look at this. It's like he did a straddle at the end of it, but geez, he's very deliberate, isn't he? Look at him coming in. Watch where the legs go. Kick. There we go. About 3 feet apart at the bottom there, but that's effective. So they go a goal up, Ned.
They sure
on
do.
The scoreboard. Rolling along, 12-4 to 12-10. So obviously 6 more scoring shots, but have a look. Big Trent Grosser in the middle there getting ready. A couple of last-minute words by players from both sides as it goes up. Big Sanford's in the middle, trying to get it out. That's a good tackle there by Darren Francis because he did take him to ground, but he wasn't in his back. He was sort of fell with him but lifted him back, if that makes sense. See, Grosser takes that space, so he holds it back from Sanford, takes the ball out, gets it out, and I reckon Adelaide Lutheran are onto it too. They're going man on man there. Kaiser and Footy, what a great matchup that is to the right of this as well. Doesn't go that way. It goes the way of Darren Francis again, playing in front. Pushed as he got the handball out with Sim. Francis again around on the left, and he's put down after the kick. It's a dangerous area. chasing after that ball. Oh, trying to trick the boundary umpire, I reckon, Daniel Bruce. The boundary umpire's a little bit behind. And well done there. They've got a throw in right in the forward pocket here, Adelaide Lutheran.
So, right in the forward pocket. Sorry, Tony.
Adelaide Lutheran need to defend is what I should have said.
Yes, that they do. Here comes Keisler.
Oh, is that on the full?
Charging through. Umpire says boundary throw in. 10 minutes gone in this quarter already. It's tense. It's tight. Let's see who can manage to put the goals on the board when it really matters. Lutheran are going to get the clearance here. Good little chain of handballs. Let's watch this one bounce. It bounces all right for Big Noel. He keeps it in front. Can they come away with it? Goodall first to it, but gets crunched in a tackle by the opposing number 7 and Andrew Terry, and we're going to throw in on the wing here. A couple of spares behind the ball for OSB Lonsdale. Rossett once again just grabs it out of the ruck. He has it on a string at the moment in those ruck contests. But Josiah Elms gets it, goes to Meagle. It's a one-on-one. Noel's running the other way to goals. He's asking, Meagle says, lead back up at me, and Noel just kept running the other way. Gave Lonsdale an opportunity to clean it up. Keisler again. Beautiful kick to Daniel Bruce.
So Bruce on the half-back flank now, just holding it up. Comes down the wing. Sort of spins the wrong way there for the big ruckman, but coming through, they are competing well. Broadstock just gives a handball out. He gets crunched as he's done it. Swung around the 360. Broadstock's in a bit of trouble with the ribs there, but geez, I tell you what, Francis comes in strong. Second player in, and also Andrew Terry there. So really competing well. Third versus fifth for both teams, very important. Can OSB keep themselves in the finals race, or can Adelaide Lutheran really consolidate themselves up in that top 3? So just umpire's going to ball it up again. We're already 12 minutes in. It's that exciting down here, and the crowd is up and about. It's an electric game. Broadstock's going to be crunched to get in there. I think he's pretty sore. Geez, he doesn't mess around, Andrew Terry. It becomes the rolling maul. It's a bit rugby-like. It is going to be a battle of fitness. Have a look at Darren Francis at the back of this pack. Very dangerous. He started the game walking like that, and he's finished like that. Player here comes off the bench trying to put his boot on. Doesn't matter. It's gone forward. Everything's happening. It's right down near the goals now. They can't get it out here, Adelaide Lutheran. It's just bouncing around. Players need to put themselves over the ball. Sanford's down in back play, done the knee. He has not moved. So he's really in a lot of trouble here. We'll keep an eye on the game as we speak. This is Sivia. Gets the ball out, has a bounce. Gets a handball over, puts the player under pressure, but they come inside. They're running now, Lutheran. Goes down, but guess what? And he's had a good game back there, Clark Bake. He runs off the opposition ruckman. He's kicked that up very high to Riley Broadstock. Needs a bounce. Not going to be fortuitous for him. Oh, dropping the ball then. So well umpired there, because player there just dropped the ball. Andrew Wilson. Geez, that's a dangerous kick across goals, but good set of hands to have it in, and that's Harrison Keisler. Good possession football on the half-back flank. We'll take a breath here, because what a game we've got in our hands. 1 goal in it. They can't turn this over, OSB, so they go down the line to the 50-50. Can it get out the back? It can't. Players are spent. Just a little kick by Noel, but an effective kick, and he gets it to Corey White. Comes in board. This player, Andrew Terry's really brought himself into the game as well, Ned.
Yes, he has. He goes forward. Not too clean off the boot, and Lutheran are going to clean it up because of that. But a fumble, though, there by Jake Robinson. Lets Lonsdale back into it. So we're out in the wing here. There's 2 free players for OSB Lonsdale. Going forward, good kick.
Great
and
grab.
A good mark as well by Daniel Bruce. Who can he find inside 50? Watmore's leading up at him. It's not going to get to him, but it's a beautiful little pick up there. And kick inside, risky. Terry goes up, leaves it behind, and gets it the second time. Handballs for no one in particular, but a fumble might let OSB Lonsdale back into it. and the umpire says, give it to me, 40 from your goal.
And I reckon they've lost Sanford off the ground, and also another player just come off with cramp as well. So they're in a little bit of trouble here, Lutheran, I'd suggest, if they can hang on. That was Jack Robinson. Look at the rolling maul there. Look at the players. And Lonsdale have got us sniffed. They've also got a free back. They've got Blake Colby just out on his own here, and they've got another free back here as well, which tells us that Lutheran must have a lot of players around the ball as they come away with it about half a metre. And Francis, he's done that a couple of times today. He's a big, strong lad, but goes straight to the knees, buckles very quickly. And you see the free back here is Clark Blake. He's free in the back play as the ball goes up. Couldn't get it forward there was Grosser. So it's been in this position for a minute or so. Now it comes out that far side, and they do load up from here, Lutheran. But I'll tell you what, they've come back inside. He's had a mountain of the ball this quarter. Colby just got it back in. Oh, big crunching tackle there, and that was nice work by Jeffrey Gonjoran. And they've got a sniff. It'd be nice if they can just get this goal here. Up it goes. Francis waits. There he is. Gets it on the left foot as we speak. It's over the back. Oh, and just through for a very quick point. He was just hovering there, Ned.
Important point.
You are correct.
So, Lutheran have it in their hands. About 10 minutes to go in this game, you'd have to think. Mark can't be held.
Tackle.
Good tackle there by Nicholas Wodup. And that spare out the back for OSB Lonsdale is going to come into effect here. They take it back down the line. Woda was there again. There's some tired boys out there. Inside, here's Sim. Bit of a fumble.
Good tackle.
Tackles well, though. Francis, he couldn't, could he? No, he's not going to from there. Mark's taken on the boundary line.
17 minutes in, Ned. They're pushing, aren't they?
So they go back down the line. Playing some smart footy. Not trying to do anything too risky at this point. But Sim's got it here. The mark's been taken. Or was it touched?
Well, it must have been touched there because umpire just nodded there, gave a interesting signal. So ball up, hits to the back of the pack, just goes up and down. We've seen a few of these kicks today. Courage shown. That is a great mark. Play on. Couldn't get it forward, Colby. Just into that position though, right in front of goals. A big fella comes around and they're onto him. Adelaide Lutheran squeezed up there, and that was Nyland caught. But what a spot for the ball to be in. Can they grab another one out of the air? He's been guilty of that a few times. Doesn't have to. He gives it to Francis. Can't get it through. Out it comes now. Adelaide Lutheran. They load up again. They get a mark. Can they get it one more kick down? I'll tell you who's down the ground. Is Rowan Meagles on the wing, and he's playing full forward. So he's just asking for it. And there's three players around him. They put it up in the air. Look at the three players around him, like seagulls to a chip. And he's grabbed it. So they had three players on him, which means they've got three players running. Now he decides to take off a bit. Goes down forward. Big sweeping punch there by Clark Blake. It's out the back here. And a little dribbling kick hits the post. And that was Marcus Mader. And they're running hard here, OSB. So the player that just came off the bench, I'll tell you what though, he's kicked that straight to the opposition. Oh, players taken out there. Two players down. It comes down the wing. 2-on-1 here. Courage required. It maybe get it out. They can't do it. So Lutheran load up again. Another one of these high kicks. Up and down. Man in front. And that's a strong set of jukes. And that is Thomas Watts.
So Thomas Watts, he goes inside. Kaysler off his line. Plays on. He goes out further afield. Bad bounce. Unfortunate, but is he going to get it back? No, there's some tired boys, those two. They keep battling though. Kaysler again. First of the footy. Good mark out in front. They've got to get a bit of movement.
We saw 10 goals scored.
They're going to need 2 goals to win.
10 goals scored in the third quarter. We've seen one in 19 minutes of play in this quarter, and it is like a final. It is electric down here, Ned.
So Bainbridge now. He's on the wing. He goes down the line. Sims there. over the top of him. And we got a ball up.
Right.
Stanford looks like he's going to be coming back onto the ground.
So not going to be much time on either because only the one goal scored.
Yeah, so...
And one goal in it as we speak.
Could only be a few tense minutes left. Here's Wilson at the back of the pack. Tackled immediately, gets the handball away, and they're lining up outside our Lutheran. Down the line again. Here's Meagle over the top of him, but he gets it back. Looking for a teammate. Handballs. Goodall flies through, takes a bounce. He's run into trouble, but he's got himself out. Well done. Sivia kicks forward. Who's there? It's over the top. Can it get there? It can't get there. Sivia again around the corner. Free kick for a sling. And this is for a chance to make it very, very difficult for O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale.
You can hear the supporters there and, really giving it to them. But played in good spirit this game. Magnificent. The supporters have been great. We could see the Sonder sign on the fence there, close the gap.
In he comes.
Ooh.
He can't put it through. He's giving O'Sullivan's Beach one last sniff. They need 2 goals here.
Yeah, 2 scores they need, don't they? Yeah, 2 goals.
Time on as well, so they're going to have to move it quick.
So he's come out here a fair bit. He did that a fair bit in the second quarter as well. Just the tired legs at the end of the game. He's not going to kick to the centre of the ground. But just taking their time here. So looks long. Gives it back in now to Francis. So good set of hands to have it in, but they haven't actually come forward one bit. So little lead comes from Harrison Kaiser. They've got to try and hang on to the ball as well. Gets it out to Thomas Watts. Now they get the run on backwards, the 2 backmen. Now they're out through Watts, and well done by Clark Blake as well. It's a long kick down, but coming in is the Adelaide Lutheran player. This will be the time to hold it up. And does kick long towards, the big fellas come out again. 3 players all collide there from O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale. It's on the ground, tired bodies there, and good work by Andrew Wilson. There's a little bit on there, a little bit happening. And that is the siren to end the game, and 7-point winners. 7-point winners to Adelaide Lutheran in that final score being 12 goals 5 to 12 goals 12. And a great game that we've witnessed down here. 77 to 84. And we will take a short break and come back for the final wrap-up.
G'day guys, the Simon Black Academy is all about education and sport. Our partner in education is Torrens University, where our students either do a 1-year diploma course or a 3-year Bachelor of Business. Around that we run a football and athletic program based here at Norwood Oval, and it's all about trying to develop and take our students' game to a new level. Around that also, our third pillar, besides education and football, is personal development. If you want to get involved, check out our website, which is simonblack.com.au.
Well, folks, we're down here at the Banner Crew. Our friend, supporter and sponsor of Between the Posts has joined us. Welcome, Jason Goods.
Thanks, Tony. Nice to be with you.
What can the people out there expect to buy from the Banner Crew and get looked after?
Pretty much anything that you can put your club logo on or a message from the club, whether it be, like you mentioned, a marquee or a flag or an A-frame or a banner, a stubby holder, a pen, anything like that, anything that you can pop the club branding on. Everything's customisable. So basically we've got an in-house design department with 2 graphic designers that can work toward getting the message across that you're after.
We're down here at 318 to 326 St Vincent Street, Port Adelaide. Jason, thank you so much for your support.
So, welcome back for the presentation and the final ceremony of the day. What a great game of footy we had across the whole 4 quarters, and we got some best players here, some goal scorers. I'll go through the goal scorers with you quickly before this presentation gets underway, and it looks like I might not have time, but great game of footy. Close contest all the way. So we're going to go down to the presentation.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming here today for a reconciliation round. Sullivan Beach Lonsdale Football Club versus Adelaide Lutheran. First of all, I'd like to put your hands together for Adelaide Lutheran for coming out today and being part of the day. Thank you. And also I'd like to thank the Sullivan Beach Lonsdale Football Club for being part of a marvellous day and supporting the club. Not just the players, but the supporters, and everyone's come out here and supported the whole day. So thank you. Put your hands together for yourselves. We've got 2 reconciliation medals, one to give to each side, and I'd like to ask number 29 from Adelaide Lutheran, Andrew Wilson, to come up. Thank you. I'm just going to hand you over to Mick, the president of the Adelaide Lutheran, to say a few words.
Thanks, Anthony. I said a little bit in there, but on behalf of our club, it's really cool to be involved in days like this. This is what makes community football the best type of football to be a part of. What you guys have done, not only as a club, but hand in hand with Indigenous leaders, past, present and emerging, is really special. So thank you very much for a part of that. Thank you for the welcome to your club and the welcome to Ghana land. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Our pick for best on ground for Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale, 15, Harrison Kaisler. Hell of a game, mate. Well done.
Okay, thanks very much, everybody. Well done to all players. What a great game. Played in good spirit. Well done. Thank you very much. Thank you to the umpires as well. Thank you.
So, good presentation there, and a couple of players winning some awards. We've got Wilson there for Adelaide Lutheran, who was pretty dominant, and we've also got Kaisler as well for OSB Lonsdale. Tony just grabbing Andrew Wilson. They're getting ready to go do an interview. He was fantastic today as well. Instrumental in helping them get the win. So some of the best players, as we've seen, Harrison Keisler and Andrew Wilson have won the awards. But also we've had some other good performances as well, chipping in across the day. Marcus Mader in the second half was fantastic. Ashley Goodall and Rowan Meagle was absolutely dominant up forward as well, kicking a handful of goals and just clunking absolutely everything. At one point on the far side there were 3 defenders all around him and it made no difference. So we're going to head over to Tony Neal with Andrew Wilson.
Well, here we are, folks, and a mighty game played by Andrew Wilson of Adelaide Lutheran, mate. First of all, how was the heart rate in the last quarter?
Yeah, no, it was getting a bit close there for my liking, Tony, but yeah, no, it's good to see the boys hang on for such a hard-fought win.
And what does it mean for the club? You were in third position, playing fifth position, and cemented your spot in third place now. What does it mean for the club?
Yeah, mate, look, there's probably a clear top 3 in the league, and we really want to be finishing top 2, so we've got to really push the second half of the season, so looking forward to it.
And come out today, mate. We've had all this wet weather, and you come out there, they rolled the ground, magnificent day, and it was a dry ground, so you had your work cut out around the ground?
Yeah, no, it was quite surprising. The ground was still fairly heavy, but yeah, it was a good, free, open flowing game, so yeah, we did put in the Ks today.
Mate, what does the night hold for the boys from Adelaide Lutheran? Do you go out celebrating tonight? You do prezos? Where do you end up?
No, it just turns out we've got the doggy ball tonight. So, yeah, big night for the club. We'll get back there and, yeah, get amongst each other and build.
The doggy ball, all right. Well, we'll leave that one alone, mate. That absolutely sounds sensational. You're a worthy winner of the Dartfish beanie. We'll get you to pop that on, mate, and celebrate huge tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. You played a mighty game, and we understand it is your second beanie, so we're going to get you a pair of thongs as well, mate, from our other sponsor, Archie. So have a great night. Well done to the club. Get in and sing that song, mate, and enjoy.
Yeah, good on you, Tony. Thank you.
Good on you. Thanks so much for joining us, Andrew. Back to you guys.
Great interview, Tony. We're going to go to a quick ad break and we'll be back to finally wrap everything up just afterwards.
G'day guys, the Simon Black Academy is all about education and sport. Our partner in education is Torrens University, where our students either do a 1-year diploma course or a 3-year Bachelor of Business. Around that we run a football and athletic program based here at Norwood Oval, and it's all about trying to develop and take our students' game to a new level. Around that also, our third pillar, besides education and football, is personal development. If you want to get involved, check out our website, which is simonblack.com.au.
Well, folks, we're down here at the Banner Crew. Our friend, supporter and sponsor of Between the Posts has joined us. Welcome, Jason Goods.
Thanks, Tony. Nice to be with you.
What can the people out there expect to buy from the Banner Crew and get looked after?
Pretty much anything that you can put your club logo on or a message from the club, whether it be, like you mentioned, a marquee or a flag or an A-frame or a banner, a stubby holder, a pen, anything like that, anything that you can pop the club branding on. Everything's customisable, so basically we've got an in-house design department with 2 graphic designers that can work toward getting the message across that you're after.
We're down here at 318 to 326 St Vincent Street, Port Adelaide. Jason, thank you so much for your support. Welcome back, folks, and just wrapping up. What a magnificent day it was down here, Ned. We had fantastic weather, huge crowd, the noise of the Yidaki.
That's the one. That's it.
That's how you say it. Fantastic. All the dignitaries, the food, the kangaroo stew, and a magnificent game of football to finish off the 10-goal third quarter and 2 goals in the last. It was like a final. We'd like to thank our producer, Leandro, our cameraman, Bob up top, and also James on our third camera. Fantastic. We say it's Division 7 football. We don't worry about the division. We worry that it's football, Ned, and it's so proud to bring this to everyone. Thank you, Ned. Absolutely fantastic again, mate. We have our fun behind the scenes here. Also, our sponsors. Who have you got there, Ned? Come on, read them out.
All right, I'll do all of them for you, Tony. Roll the Dice, Simon Black Academy, Mosley Bar and Grill, Archie's Footwear, Dartfish. Shall I keep going? I'm on a roll.
Go on.
Keep going.
Go on.
Sports Interactive, Filming Footy, The Banner Crew, and Buddy Bet.
Oh,
there we
yes,
go.
Get on it. All right, so thank you to all our sponsors. Thank you, of course, to Sonder again today for sponsoring the O'Sullivan's Beach Lonsdale. The setup down here was fantastic, down here at Lonsdale as well. Played in great spirit. Whatever you do out there, have a great week, folks. We hope you've enjoyed the telecast, and we look forward to bringing you more fantastic football in the second half of the season.